Oh, time out.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Minor Illusion and our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaign in the magical and dangerous world of Eretz Nakash. We are excited to be back at the table after like 3 weeks of cancellations, necessary cancellations, but cancellations nonetheless. So we're glad to be back. Before we start, I want to say, first of all, that I need to remember to turn that on.
That's a good idea.
And since I did that, I want to say that the sounds, the ambiance, the music, the effects that you hear in this is all from Sirenscape. If you haven't checked them out before, please do. Sirenscape.com, that's SYRIN scape.com. You won't be disappointed.
Jeez, I'm about to check them out right now.
You better go check them out right now. So, I think we're about ready to go. I just want to get out of the way and say we would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe and ring the bell and follow and all that stuff. It would be great if you would do that. Thank you in advance. Okay.
Did you say hello and welcome?
Yeah.
You know the thing? I didn't hear you say
got
that.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't play for 3 weeks. So if I could do the quick rewind, I would say, hello everyone, or no one at all. And then I would have said everything else. So.
And think if you said that, but you said it already, you're just gonna look super dumb.
It's Inception. It's Inception. At any rate, I just tweeted out that after 3 weeks we're playing again, and I hope I remember how to DM. Apparently I don't. So, at any rate, shall we begin?
Of course.
I need to take notes on this recap.
With a recap. The recap is going to be a bit lengthy for all of us. I need it too.
I think we just had to go buy stuff at the store. That's the
Yeah, I think I spent the whole day at the store.
main gist of what
And
happened
then we
last
win the
time.
campaign.
Shopping episode!
Yeah,
I feel like we did like nothing last episode. It was just talking and shopping.
that was the
That's
best.
about it.
All right. Previously, in Eretz Nakash. Appearing before King Darian, with Thaèndrys' true identity having just been exposed by a glyph that went off, you managed to allay his concerns and even gain his trust as you reported all that you had discovered, including the fact that kobolds had been responsible for the trouble along the East Road, and that there were these glowing visages of elf warriors of some kind in dungeons to the north and east of Elestria, one of which apparently disappeared into the side of the great hill that the royal palace sits upon. And in your conversation, you all learned some things as well, besides just reporting what you had experienced. You learned of an ancient city, ruled by 12 elf lords, a city that was overthrown by some great evil. And you wondered if the glowing elf visages from the dungeons might be 3 of those 12 elf lords. You also learned that just that morning, King Darian had announced the reopening of the East Road as a band of adventurers known as the Myth Stalkers had apparently dealt with the threat, and that soldiers had been sent south toward the Fey Forests to investigate and to perhaps take care of any remaining
I hope
foes.
they die.
That's awful.
Of course, in light of your experience and the evidence that you produced, King Darian now knows the true nature of the threat, and that it was you, not the Myth Stalkers,
These daughters suck.
who discovered it and perhaps dealt with it. But because of the threat of panic if news of kobolds should happen to get out, not to mention the many troubling questions that remain, you agreed to honor the king's request to keep recent events a secret and to lay low for the time
So of course we ran through the streets yelling, "The kobolds are coming!"
You also learned the legend of the robed and hooded woman, known as the Tatragathamite, who is believed by some among the wise to be the great evil that overthrew the ancient city ruled by the 12 elf lords. And that some years ago someone appeared as this person or entity at Elestria's fall equinox celebration.
I think you could pretty much overthrow any city. I mean, imagine the streets, people trying to spell that. Like, it'd just be pandemonium, mass chaos.
It's essentially a whole person. At any rate, someone appeared in the likeness of, if not the one, at that celebration, and several people in the crowd were killed in the process by some sort of lightning-based spell. As your discussion came to a close, a man, a half-elf dressed as a ranger, and apparently someone of some importance, entered the throne room and was introduced to you as Zeldreth. He was sent shortly after by the king to get you what you came to know was called a diplomat's pouch, which is how you will now be communicating with the palace. From the palace, you returned to the Traveler's Way, where you all met, and Thaèndrys remained there, while the rest of you went to sell loot and to look at magic items before the end of the business day. You made a good sum of coin at the Old Town Jewelry run by the halfling Gorbadoc Silverstring, who I failed to mention, by the way, with that amount, paid you in platinum, not gold. So you're not carrying around bags and bags of thousands of gold pieces.
That's nice.
We're trying to be inconspicuous here.
Yeah. So
It's
that's
like dragging along the street, like dropping coins.
Yeah. So that's in platinum. From there, you made your way to the Magic Touch in search of magic items, and we left you there with the owner, Drazel, and you were deciding how to spend your hard-earned wealth, which it seemed that perhaps the owner didn't expect you to have on first sight. At any rate, we return now to the Magic Touch. What would you like to do?
So here's what I got us.
Don't forget, there was the discount thing, so we need to go back home first. Okay, not buying anything quite yet.
But
That's if people come saying that we told them to go there.
we can't.
Like, that's not going to
now.
happen
Wait,
overnight.
guys, I got it. He wasn't
Unless
there.
You know someone who wants to buy
You
magic
weren't there.
items.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
he
he
didn't.
wasn't
Yeah,
here.
I wasn't there. I could be
Yeah.
a new customer. He's never
No,
seen
no,
before.
no. The point was he needed someone that was actually like
He wants
dealing in the magic arts or whatever, right? To actually be that envoy or whatever.
He wants a pain like somebody.
So it wouldn't have worked for us any.
Yeah, remember I wasn't there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying it's worth at least having him check. We can come back the following day with him or a couple people.
How much did we have per person? Like 1,000? Isn't that what it was?
We have 10,500 combined.
Yeah.
Matched up with the century.
10,500 combined, plus we're expecting 2,500 as reward from.
Did
killing
that
the kobolds.
did that include like the bounties that they were paying, or we didn't?
They
We
didn't
never
have
sold.
a bounty.
They didn't have a bounty on kobolds.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I
The bounty
sold-
should have been infinite, I think, because they've never seen them.
Mm-hmm.
We should just get like a pouch that just constantly spews out gold.
Yeah, true. So, as far as I'm aware, we need to probably.
I don't think he wanted a magic person. He wanted someone who can pay, someone that can pay to buy them. He doesn't just want someone who can.
No,
use magic.
it was. He wanted an envoy.
So how does this discount thing work? Exactly.
I can't remember the wording, but it sounded like he needed like an envoy who would tell other people about his shop.
I can tell you what it says.
How long ago was that email sent that had all the magic stuff in it?
A while back.
2 years ago, I think.
Feels like
There
it.
it is. I found it. I
The
can't
sign,
remember
the
stuff
sign on the little notice board by the counter said, "Ask about a partnership with the Magic Touch." And what he explained to you was that that arrangement is that you essentially become spokespersons for his business as you travel about, directing business his way. And in exchange for that, for essentially being traveling billboards for him, in exchange for that, you get a discount on any purchases you make, or which would include any custom work that he would do for you as well.
Does he have like t-shirts we have to wear or what?
Yeah, I'm not a sellout, man. He should be paying us to use this stuff. Really.
I sold out long before you ever heard my name.
Yeah, that's true. So we're still there right now, right?
Mhm.
I think we had just asked. Him about
It's
that.
evening. You know, the evening is getting on. It's approaching end of end of the business day, but a little light still remains outside. But
We need to prove to him that we're worth it.
How do we prove to him without?
We'll pull out like a bag over.
You want me to do my my fist of wind on him?
Maybe just like no.
yeah,
Yeah.
Guys, I got it. We do that, and then we cut his head off and send it to the guard or the people in the castle. Perfect
there's
idea.
that 9 int coming out right
Yeah.
there.
No.
Yep. Which you can
Because
see on the screen.
didn't
in
we
the
say there was
slideshow.
a couple stuff that we were gonna get like regardless, right?
I think we need
Yeah,
to.
Like the
something-
water,
yeah.
the
I
water
think-
one.
So I have it at 6,000 right now. If we get the staff and the water
Don't
and
forget
the
the bow.
Staff.
So are you guys just in the shop right now? Are you guys just kind of still roaming around, looking at the tables, discussing what are you
kind of
doing?
just discussing what we would want from here
Okay.
with the funds that we have.
I think
Okay.
the healing staff is a definitely a want.
Yeah, the healing staff for sure. Except, so this is one thing to note: the healing staff, if we get it, goes to you because no one else can use it. So you would be locked into using the healing staff, but then you can use your spells for other things.
Wait, what was the which staff is it?
Staff of healing to the bottom.
How much did it heal?
That's 5,000, right? So that number.
Yeah.
That's a big
That's
chunk.
5,000, but then if you get the rope and the water, that's 6,000.
What could it
now.
cast? What did that staff cast again? You remember?
Yeah, you can cast.
It's like heal, restoration, and or what is it?
Let me look it up.
I had a decent amount of charges too from what I
I think
remember.
you get 15 from that or 10.
If you want to know, I can let you know.
I got it right here.
What does it say in the email?
No,
you,
no,
you
you
can
just-
look. These are common magic.
You can
items.
just
You
yeah,
search
you
it
can
up
just
on
look those
Google.
up.
10 charges while holding it. You can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC. Cure wounds, 1 charge per level. So that's just a common one. You can do lesser restoration, which is like removing a negative effect
I
off
can
of
already
someone.
do that.
You can already do that. So
But it's not a spell.
but that's not what we would use it for. We'd be using it for healing. Or you can use mass cure wounds. Mass cure wounds, I believe, is 3d8 plus your level.
Does that not
per
heals?
6
Is that? Yeah.
That'd be really good for.
So that's it's a good staff.
But if we have 10,500, now we only have if we have 6,000.
Well, we have to buy horses at least.
Yeah,
right?
we have to
Don't
look
you think we should buy
around.
horses?
Horses are 200 gold pieces, I think, for that. This is in the book here. Here, I'll look in the book.
Just go. Actually, horses are they in this?
Yeah, they're
It's not in
it
this
should be.
section.
There's a
They're
travel.
they're in items. Yeah, there's items somewhere.
Oh, mounts. Here we go.
Yeah, I made a cheat
How much
sheet
the
for
elephant?
myself
Yep,
too. With
I'm
Horse,
some
riding
of those
horses,
combos.
Elephant is-
75 gold pieces.
Elephant is only 200. We can get. Oh man,
But
imagine
I don't know
we
how-
get-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elephant would be awesome.
75 for a riding
So
horse.
we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have my own, so I don't need it. Oh wait, she doesn't need one either. She can ride. I can. Or
I don't think you guys can ride.
can
together.
we ride on the same horse? How do you think I? Because Nyx can't
yeah,
ride a
'cause
horse by
she's
herself.
small enough.
Yeah, she can't ride a horse by herself.
She's small enough. You
So
can.
you actually
She's been riding a horse by herself.
No, she
yeah,
hasn't.
but with me
No,
leading it.
controlling it.
With
He's
me
been
leading
leading
it.
it. You could. I mean, you could bring the stirrups up, and that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, so we only need 4 then.
Well, no, I'm saying she could ride one herself. You could also double up because she's so small, but she could ride one herself.
We could get we get a pony.
Get her a donkey.
So the pony's not. The riding
What's the
horses are
donkey's name?
60 feet.
Or the. Was it
How
a
much are
donkey?
ponies?
Shrek?
No, in Lord of the Rings.
Bill.
Good old Bill. All right. Well, yeah, we still have to. Wait, we'll have to buy that for sure.
Bill wasn't tempted by
How much is 4 or 5? How are you
4 is 300 gold.
With that wand of secrets, is it the same thing with that one where like if you expelled the last one, it had a chance to break, or was that for the other ones? I looked it up here, but I don't see anything about it breaking.
So already, I'll say this naturally, we wouldn't be buying stuff without going back and making sure we talk with the actual magic user in the group. So we're not going to be buying anything this
you
second.
just
go
come
back,
back
I
and be
need a
like,
drink.
yeah, we got all this stuff. Hopefully it's all good.
Yeah. So, like, we have an idea of what we want.
So another thing,
We
are we
should
buying
do-
armor too for everyone? Or for the 3
No, there's not people that necessarily need
I
armor.
don't think. Well,
If the only way for me to upgrade my armor is to buy one that's 400 gold pieces.
Might-
So that's a lot of money.
Are we going to get the one that's mine for 200 for an extra 1 armor class or no?
This one does not. The
Probably.
Wand of Secrets does not have that
Okay, that's good.
cautionary.
To me,
aspect
if
to it.
we're looking at any
So
other
it's
item,
like
in
any
here,
like
it needs to be
damaging
the ring of
spells,
spell
was
star.
it?
Probably, I'd have to look more
Because
closely.
like the one
it might
the one
not
magic-
just be
the one
damage.
magic missiles, I know
just
had
to
that.
save
yeah.
our money too.
As far as the rest of the items, I think the only other item that we need to be seriously looking at is the Ring of Spellstorm.
What about the rope one?
That's
Wait,
4,000
Ring of
gold.
Spellstorm.
For him?
For yeah, the sorcerer. Dangerous.
Wait, where is that?
It's
Down
towards
to the bottom.
Ring of. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's 4,000.
I don't know. The Ring of Shooting Stars though for 40,000 gold pieces. I mean that's.
We would dominate with that thing.
See, we
I
could
don't
save
even know
up for
what
like
That is
stuff
actually
like
a
that.
really good.
It was awesome. Whatever.
Yeah.
Spell.
I need to look it
Guys,
up
we
again. I
could
forgot what it
save
was.
up for it.
Okay. Well, anyway, before we go to the shop, so I want to ask him like, what is it? What are exactly his requirements for this? For his envoy or whatever the part. I can't remember what that name was.
It's essentially
Partnership. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a partnership, or it's kind of like a patron protege type of relationship or whatever. It's not like you're like an apprentice, but he becomes kind of a patron of sorts, and or depends on your perspective, because you can talk of being a patron of a store too. But essentially, it's a business relationship where you direct traffic to his store and make his business known in the places where you travel, and in return, you get a discount on items. You get, and that's if it's stuff he has, if it's stuff you need him to, excuse me, enchant. You would have priority. You know, if you had special items you wanted custom enchanted, you would get priority on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can enchant my quarterstaff even more.
Do we have any magic
Guys,
items that we need to sell?
The magic one
I don't think so.
plus one dagger.
I think we had. I think everyone did.
Yeah, we had a couple daggers.
Yeah, we do. We could sell them.
That's not like those are gonna
But
be
the
that
plus one dagger he has right
I think the
now
plus
is,
one dagger is probably 500 gold.
and they each are 500.
Well,
gold.
that's,
He
we're
has
not
it.
gonna be able to sell him to him for that much, but it'll be. Look, I just wanted to look at how many we actually had first. We already gave the rapier. You have the rapier, right? The plus one.
Mm-hmm.
And the leather boots are yours, right? And we have the iron rod still. We have the arrows and the sphere. Okay. The longsword, you have that, right? The plus one. There was a short sword also. Who has that?
We didn't
Nobody.
have it because because she's using rapier.
So we have a short sword to sell. I should have looked this up beforehand, but I forgot that we had magic items to sell. So we have the short sword. You have the shield, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you have a hand axe, correct?
I actually have those handbags on me.
They're both plus one, is that right?
Yeah, we could definitely sell one of those.
Okay. So I think that we just have the short sword, and then there's. Can't see the dagger on this list that I have. Maybe it was from a different dungeon. Oh, here's the dagger. Yeah, we have two. And then we have a great axe, but you have that one, right?
Yeah, we're not selling that.
How many hand axes do you have?
I
Two.
have two. One magical, one non.
We have two plus one daggers. It looks like. Do you have a plus one dagger, right, Joshua?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I have
you
a
need to
plus one
keep
dagger.
one, but we can sell one dagger and one short sword for sure. I think that's it.
And
So anyway, but
that's something you all agree on, the other dagger too.
yes. Well, you know, you don't. We only want one hand axe, right?
Huh?
You
Yeah.
want both of the hand axe or one?
I don't need second one. It doesn't really matter. to
Are they
me.
both
Keep,
magic though?
keep
They're
both,
both plus
keep both
one.
hand axes.
It doesn't.
I
matter.
have 3 of them.
You have 3 hand
Magical?
axes. Okay, fine.
Not
we'll keep
magical,
just
but
keep the
I
hand
have
axes
3.
then. So anyway, the question that we asked, did you
Tell
like
me
what are his requirements for this partnership?
You
Like,
already,
what is?
you already
I
asked
can't
for it.
remember exactly
Oh
what
my
happened.
gosh.
Okay, well, what I told you was the details of the partnership.
Yeah, but you didn't actually
The
tell us.
requirements, he had said that he said that it takes a particular type of person or adventurer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the nature of his business, not just anybody can come and be. Not just anybody can be his customers, and therefore not just anybody can be his representatives in this business relationship.
Because he needs people that are going like all over the place.
But I want the 5 of you who are there to make perception checks.
Alright, who's gonna roll the
You want
one?
everyone?
do
All
this again?
5 of us? You can just roll it.
14?
Oh,
Hey,
you hit it.
hey.
20.
Gosh darn it.
Ooh, Wait, what do you have? Oh, wait, that's right. You have one lower than me.
13.
Be one lower.
Okay,
20.
20 and 20.
12.
12.
19.
We're carrying the
19.
team, Tom.
Okay. So, all of you, as time has gone on, as you've been walking around and now approaching him again, as you approach him to talk with him again, all of you have noticed. So, you've all noticed that he's just been kind of circling as you've been looking around. He's been, like a salesman on commission will hover and that type of thing. It hasn't been that, like some sort of a high pressure hovering. He's left you alone. But you all notice he's been, whereas before he kind of was a little bit dismissive and uninterested, now he's been almost circling slowly, weaving around and hovering a little bit. Not too close, but not too far. Those of you with 20s, also, and I'll say this, so you all are going to end up noticing that his demeanor has changed
He hits us now.
toward you, okay? But the two of you, as you were at some point looking around and the two of you were side by side and talking and happened to notice the same thing, the demeanor, you can almost trace the change in his countenance toward you to a time when he was looking at Farryn. And all of a sudden, his countenance changes, and he now seems interested.
Because of my question, is that what you're saying?
You weren't talking to him at the time.
He was looking at me.
This is as you were looking at what's on display, talking amongst yourselves, but you two noticed that there came a point where his eyes were, you all caught the general disinterest, and like I said last time, it was like when I was 15 years old in a music store looking at a $3,000 or $4,000 drum set. They knew there was no way I was buying it. That's kind of how he was, but he's not that way now, and you two noticed that you can trace that to a point where he was looking at Farryn.
What's
He
so
likes
special
you.
about me? I will pull this. We have a dagger and a short sword that are in. I don't think we specifically have said where we'd be storing them, but they'd be in our bag of holding.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pull those out of the bag of holding and show him, and ask him if does he buy magic items, and these are 2 items that we'd be interested in selling to him, just to, or maybe a trade even, because we're looking to buy some items.
Okay.
See if he'll give us a discount off of the 40,000. Maybe knock it down to 2,000 or 3,000.
But also, like, so
Wait,
he
so
does.
so
he
we're
knows
back-
we're
back
interested
now,
in
right?
this partnership.
What?
thing,
We're
right?
back at the
Did
store
Tom
now?
ask about that?
You
We never- we
asked
haven't left
him.
yet, okay.
He just didn't at the time.
Yeah.
He kind of just reluctantly gave you the details of it.
If the king hadn't given away our stuff, we could have been like, yo, we helped the king out. So here we're your people now.
Okay, so you ask him that about the. Is that what you're doing? You're showing him the.
Yeah. So I kind of want to like pull him out of the bag too, but also like kind of like make sure he sees me doing that because
Okay.
I want to look.
Magic items.
Yeah.
Okay. So he asks for them and takes them over to the counter and lays them out. And you see him just mutter a little bit, and you see a flash of light in his eyes as he looks at them and places his hands on them. And he pulls his hands back and looks up and says, "Yes, of course. Of course I would take these on trade. How would 400 gold each sound?"
It's pretty good. Yeah.
We're not gonna haggle.
Can we make a perception check, or what is it, insight or something, just to see if that do we think that's
Well, if
Sure.
each one is 500, he's making 100 on them then.
You want to know, is he trying to take you?
Yeah,
on this?
exactly.
Sure.
I'm not trying to. We know that this
Yes.
is fairly good, like compared to his price.
Make an insight check.
Should I make the insight check? We have advantage, right?
You think this is the
Can I
best
make
deal that
mine?
you've heard?
Sure, I'll let you do it as well.
Yeah, this is a great deal, guys. Honestly, that we should just take this up right
Maybe
now.
we should just give it to him for free.
I'll go ahead and start like asking though. We have to
What?
get the trade right now.
15? Okay. Well, you've been able to see, at the very least, you have, actually, you said, is it a short sword and a dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, well, these are out on the table already.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have short sword?
Priced at 500.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Compared to his prices,
So he's offering you
Just
400,
barely under, yeah.
and you know he's in this for profit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're not in a business relationship yet or anything, so he's offering you several hundred for it, but not as much as he's going to charge for it.
Yeah.
You can you can do with that what you will, but
I think it's a good deal.
That's the
400,
reality.
only 100 less.
400 each.
Yeah, we'll take it for sure.
Okay.
We'll tell them we'll take this for sure. We want to, so we want to trade it in for items. However, I just want to ask him if he'd give us like a day because we have another companion that we'd like to kind of discuss with which items we'd like to purchase.
Well, he's just giving us the money,
I
right?
know, but we said a trade specifically when we handed it to him.
yeah, okay. He says, of course, take what time you need. That's perfectly fine. I'll be here tomorrow.
And also tell him that when we come back tomorrow, we would like to kind of discuss more about this partnership for his business.
After we've spent how much money in this store.
Well, we should.
Well, you haven't spent anything.
haven't spent anything.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
saying like come back tomorrow and talk about
After he sees that we're customers, we'd like to kind of discuss this with him.
He says, of course, we can talk more about that. I know you were interested, and I must say, if I came off a bit standoffish, it was not my intent. I should be a bit more diplomatic about these things. Looks right at you
So
when he
he
says
knows.
that.
He knows he has a diplomatic. I bet the.
diplomatic immunity.
Did you
Just
see my
been
book?
revoked.
Did you see a diplomat's pouch or whatever?
Yeah, where is that? I don't have that item on me. I don't think.
Yes, you do. You're the one
He
who
gave
has
it to you, and he took your name.
Yeah, you're the one who has it.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Is that? It's not a regular magic item card,
He's
is
been
it?
wearing it as a
No, I gave it to you. I texted it to you. Remember, I texted it to you. But you have it. You're the one that
Yeah,
had
I
it,
take it.
and because Davrith took your name, he wanted
Yeah.
the name of the one who would be holding it.
Okay, well, because my text messages got history.
Yeah.
I don't have
That's
it right now.
I bet.
I'll text it to you again.
I bet he saw the diplomat's pouch. That's what he saw. I bet on Farryn now because he probably knows the king uses them, and so he's probably interested in.
I'm sure.
Because he's probably the one who gets the diplomat's pouch for the king.
Are we sure I'm the one who has
Or
9
like
IQ
Enchanted
and
or
not
whatever.
this
Okay.
person?
What are you talking about? What have I haven't said anything.
No, but if you had it on you in the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, there, I sent it to you.
I never said that I had it on me, but
It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I had to watch almost this whole episode again just to write the recap.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
I'm not gonna look at it.
Anyway, we'll head back to the inn for the night and
Okay.
plan on coming
We're
back.
gonna
in the
head
morning.
in for the night.
Okay, so you're gonna leave now with that. You're taking the sword and the dagger for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said he wanted him to trade, right?
Right,
So
that's
yeah,
fine.
but that'll be 800.
Okay,
when we
so-
do trade.
So you're gonna leave the shop now. It's probably about 7 o'clock right now, which is a couple hours later than it was when you left the palace. Thaèndrys, you've been back at the Traveler's Way. Is there anything in particular you
I was
have
just
been doing?
kind
while
of
you're
like recouping up and because I didn't want to have to. I was close to running out of my spells for disguise, whatever that spell's called. I can't remember now.
there? This guy's self.
Yeah, that spell. Spells, what are those?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So you just hung out in a room there, is
Yes.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the rooms were arranged. I believe we discussed that before. So
Just your, staff.
so you guys are heading back to the Traveler's Way, yes?
Good idea.
Yep.
Can't sell sticky.
If we sold one hand axe too, that'd be another 400 gold probably.
But that's not gonna buy us anything.
Seems to me like the hand axes they're not gonna come that useful.
Okay.
He can
So
throw
you
them.
arrive.
Yeah, I used them before.
You arrive back at the Traveler's Way at kind
Probably
of
give them to Steven.
post evening meal or late evening meal time,
Not
and
We have that.
you can do what you are. Anything in particular you want to do while you're there that night, or I don't want to rush you along if there's something else
Yeah,
you
no.
want to do.
Take the
Sit
back.
around in the inn and listen around for any new news people are
Let's see
working
if
And
about.
I want to ask the innkeeper if I can play for people.
Okay.
And we're also not gonna have that backpack on us. 'Cause we're not-
Not gonna be any
Who's got high
Not
performance?
close enough to actually matter.
Tom have high performance. You can
I
perform
think
with
I've
you.
already
does.
lost one
You
of
can
my.
go there and start
I
dancing.
don't.
What's your performance?
Is there a performance?
Yeah, there. Oh, you're -1.
What? Get up on stage. Impossible.
Hey,
Because your
Your
charisma is
charisma's
garbage.
low.
I'm +4.
I should have
I'm
dumped
just
some
even.
stuff in the
I'm-
charisma.
I have
I'm
+3 for
+6.
performance. I
I'm-
can get together and start breathing ice.
I'm in just. I'm
Freeze
just
the entire-
even.
I suppose those of us there will probably just, at least I would want to do this, is just kind of hang around, but like not make a
Listening.
scene or anything, but just kind of like just hear what discussions are going on, and
Okay.
especially since people are now thinking that the roads are cleared up and
Order some food. Or
Have a
whatever.
meal and drink.
We'll just go around the tables, and whenever people say like,
Yeah,
we're
we'll
so
order
excited
some-
that the roads are safe, we'll go like,
yeah, we'll get some food. How much like silver would that be for like an
It doesn't
evening?
Our
matter.
meals
They're
are covered.
paid. Yeah, they're
It's
paid.
Oh, that's
covered.
right, they're paid for. I forgot.
And drinks.
Yeah.
You can get a nice glass of hot chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Do you join them down in the tap room in the main area or?
maybe for like an hour, but
Okay.
because they've been gone for like 4 hours now, or close to that, haven't they? So, but
Oh, no. It's been more like
Oh, is it?
you guys left
That's pretty late.
you left the palace around 5 or so,
Oh, okay.
and so they've been gone a couple hours.
So no, I would just stay up there. I would just stay up because I'm doing like the meditation thing to get back myself.
Okay. So yeah, you would be done shortly after 9 if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
I want to start an arm wrestling competition with everyone there and start gambling.
Okay, well, let's do first things first. You find a table. Someone flips a coin for some reason.
Add another gold.
Yep.
Crack the screen.
Someone's throwing inspiration coins around the
As far
table.
as I'm concerned, that's your inspiration.
Right there.
Inspiration coins that apparently are never going to get used.
Oh, I'm using mine. Don't worry.
Me too.
Daniel,
This is why I wanted you to say it because I don't really use inspiration.
3 people have inspiration coins.
and no one's using
It's
it.
because we don't
I got
need
mine
it.
after the last dungeon. We've
You got
been on our
mine?
way back since then.
We don't need it. We haven't found anything
Okay.
tough.
Just the okay. So a couple of things you've noticed in the city. It's not as bustling as it was when you were here the last time. You were here at festival time.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
So it's still a busy city, though. It's a very large city, but you can tell it's a little bit different. You can also tell this sense of cheer that's in the city because people feel there's like a malaise or something that is lifted
They feel
because
safe.
yeah, they feel safe, and people can travel again, and merchants were able to leave that morning, and while that's not enough time for merchants to have arrived from the next larger city over Kist, they know that kind of trade is going to get back to normal, and all of that, and people just people are just happier right now. And yeah, there's conversation in here, and it's not a full room, but there's still quite a few people in there right now. And you hear every now and then, someone they'll raise a glass to the myth stalkers, and
We
they'll-
go.
and they'll raise a glass to King Darian. You remember he seems to be very well liked in this city, and people are just talking about the events of the day and other meaningless small talk. But yeah, you hear references to all that has gone on. You wanted to go and see if the owners would like you to play. If I remember right, that is Abel and Ada. Yes, Abel and Ada Allerton. And Abel says to you, "Of course, if you'd like to go, just go right on up there. We'd love to hear you play again. I remember you playing, 3 weeks ago or so, was it? Please do." He is just over the top, friendly, helpful, welcoming guy, almost to the point of being off-putting. But
Maybe I don't want
Can
to.
I die real quick by like the spit wad or whatever real quick?
by a spit wad.
Yeah, because I need to shoot it at her when she goes on stage.
So you go up and you take the stage with your
Liar.
lyre. Okay.
That intelligence come through.
Go ahead and make
Courageous.
a performance check.
Kills her with spit wine.
Hopefully it doesn't suck. Ooh.
26.
26.
That was natural. That was a
That's
natural
That's
Isn't
one.
that 20?
She just delivers the
Is
performance
that
of
right?
a lifetime.
Yeah.
You do. You get up there and you have been
Of all times to roll a 20.
The adventures of the last 3 weeks have just
She
come.
just sings of kobolds.
Oh, yeah, maybe she does. The legendary creatures, whatever it is that you sing, it is inspired by 3 weeks like no other 3 weeks you've ever lived, and out comes this moving, stirring song with emotional rises and falls. And as you do, people are wanting to drop coins. They are so impressed. I want you to roll all 4 of these dice. So, copper,
Yep.
silver, gold, platinum.
Ooh, 2 platinum.
2 platinum.
5 gold.
You can just mark this down on your sheet
Yeah.
because this is
But
not.
I put this up there for you on the stage as you play this song. It's so moving.
Can
Did
you
you get
sing-
these dice specifically
Listen,
for
can you
that?
sing
I
the
just
song to
found
us?
out-
Yeah, just mark it down in there.
I just picked them. That I decided I wanted to do this sometime if she plays.
7. So
Depending on how she rolls, she wouldn't always get to roll all 4 dice, but on a nat
5
20
gold.
she does.
2 platinum.
Elizabeth, sing the song to us so we know
Try
what
arm
it sounds
wrestle some
like.
guys and
That's
some
all.
money.
What?
2 platinum.
This is so pointless. We're wasting
Actually,
time.
you can keep these now.
She just made a lot more than what you made.
Oh,
doing
I'll
the
make
stupid
And I will
thing.
tell you, if you, anytime you do this, I'll tell you based on your roll which of those to roll. But you can keep those with you now.
If it was me, I'd be rolling 4 platinums.
I'd be rolling 5 because I would be attacking everybody so they give me money. Or else they die.
Okay, you want to see if anybody wants to take you on in arm wrestling?
Sure.
Oh,
All right,
come on.
so make a persuasion check.
13.
13? That's good enough. People in a cheerful mood, they're eager to have some friendly competition. So, a human man, kind of a burly looking dude, but friendly enough, sits down across the table with you and puts up his hand for arm wrestling.
Yeah.
All right.
Hand up.
Okay, so strength check. Okay, so actually, let's see.
How much we gambling?
Well, yeah.
10,000.
I'll let him choose. How much does he want to bet?
Okay.
I'll bet whatever he wants.
He says he looks you over and
This guy's got 20 strength, by the way.
you're no, well, he doesn't know that, but he knows he's a Dragonborn,
Yeah, but-
and they're not to be trifled with. But he's happy, but he doesn't want to lose everything he's got. He still has drinks he wants to buy, but he says he'll challenge you for 5 silver.
I'll put 5 silver up.
All right. So,
So,
let's see. Jumping, climbing, swimming. This is none of those. So strength check.
Goodness gracious.
Literally rips his arm off.
Well, okay. So I'll tell you what I rolled
You
first.
didn't beat him.
Huh?
You didn't beat him.
Nope.
This would be a 21.
25.
25.
He rolled a nat 20.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way I'm doing this is there's 3 positions, okay? There's, from here to here is 3 movements. It's here, and then it's down. So you just got through 2 of those positions, okay? All right,
Rolls a 1.
here we go. 14.
15.
Boom! You put him down. And the crowd cheers, and he kind of laughs and rubs his shoulder and shoves his 5 silver towards you. And says, good match! Good match!
I'll say it was a good match too. It's close.
You gotta find his name. What's his name? Wait, what's
And
his
some
name?
of his buddies are patting him on the back and telling him how weak he is, and they offer to buy him around because he just lost all
So
his
they-
money. And,
So he basically just
You
won.
just said that wasn't all of his money.
well, they're joking with him. His buddies are giving him a hard
Hey,
time.
wait, what's his name then? What's his name?
Trevor!
Trevor, are you looking for adventure these?
That's only 2 syllables. Are you sure that's all it is?
I think I'm going to head upstairs for the night. I'm tired.
Time to hit the trail.
All right.
I got lots of stuff to get done in the morning, so.
Lots of money to spend
Do we know when the magic shop opens?
whenever we want to.
Businesses generally are
Probably like
open
8.
at dawn and close at dusk. Just it's with the sun.
We need to get up right
In
early,
general.
so that
A little bit
no one
before
buys
and a little
our
bit
stuff.
I
after.
must not have
Probably.
daylight savings there.
We need to get up fast and get there before it opens so no one steals our stuff and buys it before us.
That's right.
Okay. So are y'all turning in for the night?
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Well, when we go upstairs, we'll probably find Thaèndrys and kind of inform him of everything going on with the magic shop.
Like, I won 5 gold
Okay.
for us.
Silver.
It's silver.
Silver.
It's silver, whatever. Yeah.
5
silver.
silver.
That's not 5 gold.
I'll be like, I got 2 platinum.
Hey, you suck.
Boo.
Only 2.
Arm wrestle harder next time.
I'd like to see her arm wrestle me.
I'd use it. 10 strength.
So we'll fill Thaèndrys in
I
on the
beat you easy.
events of the shopping, or the at least looking for items to shop. Kind of tell him about the few magic items in there that might pique his interest, like the ring of spell storing.
Okay. All right. Well, you got back there shortly after 7. You ate. Did your playing, your arm wrestling, your hanging out and listening, and all of that. So maybe it's 8:30-ish, 9-ish, whatever. You head up, and maybe by the time they're done, you might have come down too. But either way, you connect. You kind of tell them what you found, and you hit the sack.
What do you have?
Yeah.
Do you have chainmail?
Scale. Or not scale. Yeah, chain.
You don't have disadvantage.
Performance.
Very nice.
Scale and nails, man.
It was a standing ovation with many invites and requests to come back and play more.
Hopefully next time.
Not just from the owner, but from the people. They want to hear more.
There's 200.
After we slay a few more kobolds.
And many requests for your name as well. They want to know who
And then
this is.
and I will give my name Nix Ashford. I'm
Okay.
not giving my.
That can't be it. It's like Tom said. It's too simple. It's gotta be. It's
Well,
gotta
I
be
have
more words.
Nix. Is it? How do you pronounce that one? Fulker.
Huh? Let me
That-
see it. I don't
that little
remember.
one.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
This is kid-friendly YouTube here.
Yeah. Gotcha. Nix, full core, Ashard.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that should be the same thing.
David Letterman, way back in the day, there was I forget what country had these. I think it was Germans. They had a plane called a Fokker. F-O-K-K-E-R. And he said,
All right, let's do it now.
he said that, the German, blah, 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 and he talked about the German Fokker, and he said, and this is in his monologue, and he said, I don't have a joke here, I just like being able to say Fokker on that. All right. Dawn comes.
Demonetized.
Dawn comes, and you probably were all full health anyway, but whatever. You're rested. You got the benefits.
I doubled my max HP.
There you go. Benefits of a long rest, spell slots back,
Triple.
all of that, abilities recharged or whatever. And so the morning comes, and the day is yours. Farryn, perception check, please.
Oh, you got some mail, huh?
You need to get rid of this guy.
1.
Wait, 11. I think
No.
the name.
If you're talking about the sack, I was going to tell you each morning here, I want to check the.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you want to play that with the 1 that I got.
No, that's
somehow.
fine. If you were going to say that anyway, I'll allow it. What I was going to tell you then, if you were going to say that anyway, then I'll just go ahead and tell you what I would have told you on a successful perception check, was that one thing you've noticed about this as you have had a chance to look more closely at it, as you took your gear off last night, is that the flap that comes over it, sewn into that, is the image of an eye, like a closed eye.
Mhm.
Okay, as you collect your stuff and get all ready today, the eye is open on that.
He immediately hangs it on the wall and shoots it with an arrow.
A door opens.
I'll open it up.
Okay.
It might be frozen though. So you might need fire.
Who got mail?
Wax
That's it.
seal.
Who wants to open the wax seal?
like an
it's a
Arby's
dress, I
thing.
mean.
You pull out the. Maybe are you
Well,
all of us there? Or are you
So
open
you're
by yourself?
alone in your room,
Yeah.
and you receive this in the bag. So you can decide now whether you open it now or whether you open it when everybody's together. That's up to
Would
you.
you like to
Take a
open
look
it
at
now,
it.
or wait
It's
till we get
addressed to
home?
me. I'll take a look at it right now.
Okay. Do it.
I'm
There's no one there to stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah, break the seal.
gonna end up ripping the thing here.
You should be able to break through it. It's just wax.
Yeah, I know, but this paper's not that thick.
Face is very thick.
Exactly.
Got him.
Yeah, it's ripping the paper a little bit. We haven't. The
Roll an envelope opening skill
no,
check.
the wax is underneath the.
So just get your hands under there and pop it open.
No, that's not. It's ripping up from underneath it.
You're killing me.
Here, just let me
You see, look, the paper is tearing up underneath it.
I'm
So?
tempted to take a water break, but because I feel like I'll be able to do that by the time we finish this. You know what? I'll see you later. I'm taking a water break. I'll be back.
You need to check your wax seals before you do these again. Like, look at that. It's just destroying the paper.
I think the king could have some better quality paper.
They've had a hard time with the trading recently. They had to make their own. It's just not the same quality. Should have brought home your sword opener.
If I tear off some of the actual note, you'll have to let me know what it says.
And they were still doing it.
Yeah, that wasn't a clean open.
Yes. Still opening the envelope.
Well, look at how damaged they got.
Oh my goodness.
You wrecked it.
Ooh,
You are a simple person for opening the envelope by yourself. You are no longer part of the party.
He needs a. Are you gonna give him one of these for
What
opening
is
that?
it?
Yeah.
Once we all like meet,
I have a feeling it's something bad. Like
I'll
you're
show them
so-
this note. It says selling gems and jewels worth thousands in gold and visiting magic shops hardly qualifies as having or laying low and not drawing attention to yourselves. Be more discreet.
I told you guys we said to sell all those gems.
Can't go buy anything?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
Well, it's their fault that we're the ones doing this, so they can deal with it.
Yeah, write them back, say, not my problem.
See, this is why I told you that's so dumb, because, like, he's probably gonna tell people that you have the backpack on you, that he knows, so it's gonna just word get out.
Well, we need equipment.
yeah.
Yeah, we're getting it, it's fine.
If we're gonna keep doing what
We'll
we're
say
doing.
low after today.
We'll write back and let's see, how should we word this? Anyone have an idea?
I have no
Yeah, we
idea
told-
what
we
you're
told
talking
the
about.
We'll say perhaps it wasn't the best idea. However, we are in need of some items, and
We didn't get any money, and we still need to buy stuff. If you want us to keep solving your problems.
yeah, we'll
You're the
say
diplomatic one, you do it.
we'll say that it wasn't our intention to draw any
Attention.
eyes to us, but we didn't have any gold for the purchases that we need to make, and this was the way we thought was best for making the gold. And we did mention that we were trying to keep a low cover to the shop owner. Obviously, he must be in on this, so he told you about it. But our goal was just to get money for us to be able to buy items that we'll need going forward. But we'll take this into account going forward and maybe not spend so much money at the magic shop.
You didn't spend
We
anything.
gotta spend money.
But I don't know how visiting a magic shop is not. That's not. Visiting magic shops is not.
What do you mean anybody can go to a magic
Yeah,
shop?
anybody goes to a magic shop.
I mean, they might not have that money, but it's not our
That
fault
guy
if we're
doesn't know
just
how
so
we got
good.
the gems, right?
No, we didn't tell him how we got gems.
Besides, we got them ourselves. We didn't get the money from them.
Well, we'll assure him that we are not telling anybody anything. However, we need to have money to buy stuff that we need.
It's not our
Yes.
fault that we don't.
That's a good way to put it.
We need money to buy stuff that we need. Spoken like a true diplomat.
Yeah, exactly.
We need the money.
Okay.
And if only
All
some
right.
stalker
You-
person had
so
some
you-
credit.
You write that out.
And we'll acknowledge what he said and
Okay.
try to not sound completely rude sending back what. But
Addre-
we'll tell him that we didn't have any money.
That's fine, addressing it to Davrith.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you slip that in when you're all done. You slip that into the pouch and close it. And you don't hear anything. But if you want, you can open it back up and look, and it's gone.
I mean, we'll just say for the sake of curiosity.
Just
we
you
might
haven't
have done
used this yet. You know, so that's there seems to be no sound, and apparently on the receiving end of things, that eye is a signal to you of whether you have or don't have mail, and you can see it is closed now again.
Can we make it so that whenever we receive it, he goes,
Yes, especially in dungeons. It will make lots of noise when you're
When I put this pouch back on, I'll make sure to hide it under my elven cloak.
Okay.
Guys, I got it. We wear masks so that they don't know who we are. We got the perfect strategy. Then the
Okay,
match guy will know
so
who we
it
are.
is the morning of the 19th. You have the day before you.
Does
What would
the
you
inn
like
that
to
we're
do?
staying at have places to put horses?
They can arrange that.
Mine is
yeah,
here.
there are not stables connected with the inn, but they have stables that they use for people who are staying there. So yes, you can do that.
I think we should all go to the magic shop, buy the items, and then split up from there and go to different shops.
I don't think we also necessarily all need to go to the magic shop.
Well, I think we should all
Definitely,
go.
I need to go.
I think we should all go as a party there.
I'm assuming.
I
Well,
don't
so
need
did
meetings.
you guys mention that? Like, would you have mentioned the fact that you thought he piqued his? I mean, obviously, I would notice that eventually that his interest was piqued, but
Yeah, I'll let you know.
like specifically to me is what I'm saying.
It's like, hey,
Hey,
he
we
thinks
noticed
you're
some
cool.
stuff.
I think the whole party should be there. If we're trying to get a membership or the whatever you call it, we should be all
Was
be
this
there
a
to show the
YMCA?
whole
Wait a
party.
second. By the way, something we would have known. Did he have the backpack on when we were at the shop?
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys didn't unload your stuff. You know,
Yes, that's odd.
he stayed at the inn. You guys went on.
But we went to the inn and we said we deposited some stuff there. It's not like we were taking everything with us, but
Okay. Well,
pretty sure that's what we said at least.
And it was a long time ago.
Well, so one thing I'm interested in looking for today is like a notice board on things that, I think we had found one before maybe.
mhm.
So I want to go back there and see if there's maybe any new jobs or anything like that listed.
Job.
That's something else that we should
We'll
do.
just go buy shovels and start digging, looking for the city.
Okay, so down in the main room, there is the notice board is still up.
In the inn?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize this was in the inn.
Yep. And so even for you would have seen that the previous night too, that notice board is still up. It hasn't changed significantly in the time since you were there last.
Good.
So all the same bounties, the same requests for work at the docks, for miners, for joining the guard or the regiment. It's all there still.
Not too much that we're interested in then. Well, let's.
It's a little more hopping than it would be in the morning.
Do you guys want to visit the shop? We should maybe wait for a response from the king before making a big purchase on magic items.
We do what we want.
Oh, we can, yeah.
It's-
But just to not get on their bad sides, especially since we're still expecting gold from them. Like, let's get that gold first, and then we can.
Then we can.
then we can
Then I don't care. Once we got what we.
get them on our bad side then.
I mean, okay.
I mean, if
It's like we're not going around telling people that we killed a bunch of kobolds to get this money. It's just like,
other
we're
people
just-
buy stuff too.
we're just
You know,
adventurers.
we're not even
like,
telling them that we killed a bunch of cobalt either.
Oh yeah, that too.
So the day is yours. You can go there if you want. I also wanted to say that I think there have been times where we talked before about this would have been very early on, about visiting like the common goods store, general goods stores or whatever, that if you wanted to. I think we talked about that way back at the beginning because you didn't go anyplace
Yeah,
when you left.
mentioned that.
So if you guys want to do that, basically all of the common items listed in the player's handbook are available with a few exceptions. There are a few items there that you may or may not find. We would end up rolling in some sense for those specialty item type things.
Oh, so
you
we're
know.
not going to have elephants then.
Those aren't in that list.
Dumb.
But if there are things you wanted to do to stock up, if you wanted to get
Should get rations.
You'd know an alchemist fire flask.
so that type of stuff, there are the items, the type of things that we would end up rolling for to see if you could come up with, find them available in the city, that would be one of them. if you wanted something like holy water, you're going to have to go to a specific place to get that. You know, if you
Holy water does some serious damage versus undead, right?
there's a few items in the list depending on what, but for the
Delicious.
most part, any of your, you know, adventuring gear or even things like the kits, the various kits that you could get, like a healer's kit or
Yeah.
any stuff like that, or is that what it's called, the medic kit or
I
what?
think it's healers.
I can't remember.
Whatever that's
You just
called,
healer
the thing
medic.
that you
I think
can
I have
use
one.
to stabilize
Yeah.
someone.
Healer's kit.
No, maybe not.
I don't
Those
think
types
healers
of
have healers.
things.
That's common though.
Yes. I'm saying that one would be
I have a herbalism kit.
found,
and a
but
Differ's kit.
I have a mess kit.
Ooh, I should write stuff.
Nah, writing stuff down is
Overrated.
all right. Well, let's visit the magic shop this morning,
Okay.
and we'll kind of look around and maybe.
I want to emphasize you have no idea how they know that you went where you went.
Wait, they're stalking us.
You can make some assumptions if you want, but that was not given in there.
You
In
should just
the
leave
letter.
that pouch in your room.
Leave the
We,
pouch
we
in
want
there.
to keep it on
Or
us.
the
Well, no, I
maybe
keep it-
that's
I'm-
obviously that's how they're.
I'm keeping it hidden under my cloak.
I know, but that's probably how they're tracking us.
Yeah,
Does it track with that?
I don't know.
it's
They
actually
track
What
us
is yours?
somehow.
it's a possibility.
So
Yeah.
unless
It'd
they,
be easy to hire someone to just follow us
If we
around.
just someone
and
following
hide
us
and
or
check
the
us
I
out.
just start
shopkeeper.
hitting people with my stick then.
Is it you? Were you following us?
All right. Well, let's. I guess that's a good. Before we leave, then I'll put this.
Why do you want
We don't necessarily need it on us all the time.
Yeah,
right?
I'll put the
We're not
pouch-
at their beck and
Well, okay,
call.
well,
Yeah.
they might send us a letter back for the letter we sent back.
Well, like lunchtime, we can go
Yeah,
back
we'll go
and
back
check it.
and check it. We'll leave the pouch at home just in case that's somehow the way,
Okay.
way they
Keep
track
it,
it.
hide it though. In our,
But then also,
our
as we're
room.
traveling throughout the city, I think at least two people should be kind of keeping their eyes open. I mean, this is a big indicator that somehow they know stuff. So we're just looking around for suspicious people or maybe people that we see pop up
Would that be
repeatedly.
perception?
So I'm keeping an eye out.
Us.
I
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
a
should.
stick out,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, that's
sure.
still my
I'll give her a
idea.
piggyback ride if she's actually up high enough to see other people.
Maybe you two kind of keep out like in front, and then I'll keep out behind us. And
I'm
You
gonna
get a
watch.
decent perception check.
I got +5.
I'm gonna
Okay.
watch on the buildings. You never
I'll
know
just
if
keep
people
out-
are jumping on buildings.
I'll just keep an eye out also because I've got pretty
Okay.
good perception.
He's not
but-
driving on
Okay,
the road.
so as
Someone's
you make
helping someone.
He's
Well,
flying on
okay.
rooftops.
I'll check because I'm taller than all of you guys and I can kind of see over everyone's head. So I'll kind of.
Except your
looking-
perception
Steven,
sucks.
Well, it doesn't. It's a 2, Caleb.
I'm
You're-
Steven, I'd be better than you. I have a higher perception.
I would kind of be watching
I'm the
around
same height.
as it kind of because I'm higher up.
So we're all
So-
gonna be.
Yeah,
we're
so-
gonna be
So in other
constantly
words,
going like this.
Everyone's watching.
you guys just keep bumping into people because
Do you
no
see
one's
them?
looking where you're going.
By the way, I'm gonna be looking on the building.
I can just go through people's legs.
So you're gonna be standing on the buildings. I'm calling it.
And you rage.
So
Yep.
you're leaving the
Yeah.
Traveler's Way in the morning, and you're going to the Magic Touch. Yes.
Yep.
Let's actually not go there first. Let's go. Let's walk. Let's try to go to
Let's
a
go get
general
horses.
store. Yeah, we could go to a horse shop. But I don't think we should go all
Horse
together.
I think we should split up. Just split up.
Yeah, we'll.
We got
Well,
about carrots,
some
too.
people go to the
Once
horse
we
place.
get once we get there, we can like go separately.
So should we all go to the magic shop after we're done though? I'm saying,
Probably
like,
all need. to
You
go
you
to
are
that shop.
aware that there's a couple of stables outside the walls of the city where horses can be kept and where they can be bought and sold.
Guys, that's a
Yeah.
perfect.
then a
So-
couple should go to the general store. A couple should go to the
Guys,
stable. Then
We should go out of the place. That's a
We
perfect.
should see how fast they are. and
That's
how
a
high they
perfect
can jump
spot
before
to
we decide.
Guys, if we go out of the place, that's the perfect spot to find if somebody's stalking us, because then there's not as many people, so we can find them.
We can just yell out randomly. Okay, who's following us?
We can watch.
Let's just kind of do. Do you guys want to do like 2 separate groups as we go, and so it's not just a group of 6? So it's
Sure.
like 2 groups of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I can go with the
two,
horse
2 groups of 3.
people because I already know what kind of horses.
Yeah. So
guys.
you.
I can't see that from here.
It's yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to take a break on that?
Okay. So you don't need to take a break, but you can discuss what you're going to buy within the city. Okay.
Wait, what?
I'll be right back.
Let's just
Everything.
make a list of everything we want to buy and buy it
Okay,
and
I'll be back.
go on.
I'll be back. I'm gonna see what's happening. You guys discuss.
No.
Oh no.
Happens like that.
I think I don't know if we were planning on getting it, but I think we should buy one of the bag of holdings.
Yeah, I was
Another
I was
bag of
actually-
holding?
They're only
I think-
500. They're only 500. They're super cheap.
They can hold so much, then it'd be so worth it to
Let's
have.
start making a list of what we want.
I already
to buy.
got here. I got the 5,000 for like this.
Okay, so
I'll
what
write
are,
it out,
what,
though,
what are
like-
the specific stuff that we are 100% buying no
Staff
matter
of
what?
healing, right?
Okay, so write that down.
So then we got the water flask. Go down.
And I thought that ring. How much was that ring?
No,
for?
they're 3,500. Oh, that's
The ring,
4,000.
The ring is
4,000.
Oh. And
Yeah,
how much do
the-
we have again? Remind me.
10,000.
1,500 plus 800 for the items that we traded in.
That we will trade in.
I think we should sell a hand axe. To be honest, that's another 400 gold. We're not using hand
That's
axes.
fine.
I know you can
If
throw them,
Daniel's okay with it.
but we
I'm
already
okay.
like it's so valuable for us right now. We don't have that much gold.
Okay, so I have the healing staff.
10,000 gold.
But once we
That's not
start buying stuff, we're not gonna have that much.
Then I have.
Well, we can't buy anything. Remember, we can't be spending money.
What the? I mean, come on.
We're
We're not going around telling them what we did. We just have a bunch of gems. Like, big deal.
I had 300 down for now. What
dumb.
was 300?
300 for horses.
That's
So
right.
it's the flask of water, and then the water thing, and then the rope. Are we still buying that rope?
I think we should buy the rope.
I think it will be.
What does that rope do again?
Is that you can like
make it tie
some-
knots.
Go straight up, tie knots like that. Tie knots in the rope.
I can like casually walk up walls now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You can just walk
I
up.
can't do that yet. I think that's level 5.
I think
I think
that's a good one for like creative uses of like.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff we could use.
So the rope that we're getting, that's 500
do
gold.
we want the ever smoking bottle too or not?
No.
I think you can maybe.
And then
use
I want
some, but
the
not
plus
very
one
That'd
bow.
be for like retreating, I think.
I'm gonna
We
get
don't-
the.
We don't do that.
I want the bow.
So how much money is that?
That's another 500. That's around 6,500. That's 6,800.
And so armor. What
Plus
armor do you guys
300
want
for
to buy?
horses.
Mine is 2. I'm like, if you don't want to, you don't have to get it. But it's 200 for an extra armor class for me.
I think that's 200 is pretty cheap for.
Yeah.
an
Is
armor
it 200? Is that right?
It's 200, yeah.
Okay, so then
That puts it at 7,000.
And Nyx needs armor, right? She's
That's
fighting
only
our health.
75 gold.
yeah,
That's
true.
pretty cheap.
Okay, well, let's write it down.
Yeah, one second. I need to look at.
200 for split.
And then horses. Write down
We
horses.
I already got
that.
the horses done.
Okay.
Where's the?
And we still need our. I know like rations and stuff like that isn't expensive.
She needs
we're at-
studded leather, right?
Yeah,
She
so
only
it's-
has
We're at 7,000. We're at 6,000 and.
studded leather is 45 gold.
You can. We're at 6,075 gold pieces right now if we're buying all of that. Then if you want to get the
How
the
much
ring,
was your bow?
Caleb's
500.
Oh, I didn't have that one. So 6,000.
My bow is.
575.
I just told you about the bow.
It's 6,575 gold pieces right now to buy all that
Plus the bow.
plus the bow.
And
Or is that
you're
including the bow. I
That's
think?
including the bow.
you're wanting which splint armor? Is that
I
right?
already put it down. Yep.
And you got her armor down. Let's
Yep.
get horses down.
We
Let's
got
include
that. I have the heal staff, the water flask, rope of climbing, horses, splint armor, the stud leather, and then your bow. That
We-
puts us at 6,575 gold pieces.
Does that count a horse for her too?
No.
I think we might as well get a horse for her. Can she handle a horse? Can halflings?
He said she
He
could.
could,
Yeah, put it out there for her.
So
That's 375.
I mean, I'm
We might as well,
assuming
yeah.
having someone with you on a horse slows you down. You want to be able to keep.
No, there's just a weight limit to the horse.
Oh, okay.
But
Never
it'd
mind.
be fine. I don't mean, we could. It's only 75 gold pieces, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal. I don't think.
I don't know. We can. Whatever she. I mean, she can say.
It's only 75, so we could just get it. And
Okay. Get it.
The,
Write it down.
the other thing is, I'm at level 5. I'm not gonna need my horse.
Why not?
Because I have something that I can do. That would be better.
Okay.
So we live. Then she
It's
gets used
one
my
of
horse.
Tubby's babies, one of the 2 cats.
the black one?
No, it's the
Tubby's.
orange
Yeah,
the cream
the
color.
cream one.
Oh, another one of those.
Yeah.
Like a car on the road.
Yeah.
well-
Sounds like one of the guys who saw it, the person hit the car, took the cat here and told them. Or something like that.
He came up here and told him.
Yeah.
First person who's actually done that. So
Yeah, most people just.
they just hit him and drive right by.
Who's talking?
I don't know.
Shut up.
And it seems like the cat has one
Whoever's
broken
following
leg or something like that.
Oh,
Is
so
it
it's
dead
not dead though.
No. It's still, it's going to the garage right now.
Take him to the garage.
Yep.
Okay, so what else do we need to buy?
Okay, does anyone else have specific items here? Because like we're talking about specifics like for Nyx, for myself, for Steven.
I don't think I need anything. I got
There's
that
something
ring. I
specific
got the
that you want.
shoes. What else did you guys give me?
Well, what else is like we have?
You have you have boots in the ring.
There's
Right?
a couple other stuff. Like there's
So
like
I don't know
Those are two attunement items, right? So you can only do
The,
one.
Oh, here, bag of. Do you want another bag of holding?
Yeah, that's the other one.
What?
If you want, do you want another bag of holding? I think we should get. I think we should get another bag of holding.
Where are we right now?
Should we?
I,
Do you want
I
it?
think one is smart to get. Another one would be smart to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Write it
because
down.
think of like carrying, like if we go on another like long haul in dungeons, we can just put all the treasure in the bag of holding instead of having to carry it all on us.
Yeah.
If we have 2, it's gonna be a lot easier.
So now we're at 6,000. We're at
Plus,
7,000.
you can leave all the stuff like the water flask, whatever. You can like just leave that stuff in the
Yeah.
bags of holding. That way we can pull them out when we need to. They don't have to be carried.
We're at 7,545.
What else do we need?
Do we want
Because
that?
I don't think we
Yeah,
should.
but it's 75, not 45.
Do we want that wand of
Studded
magic
leather
missiles and the
is
wand of
45
secrets or not?
pieces.
You'd be the one using it,
Do we
right?
want the
Look at
magic
that.
missile wand and the wand of secrets?
I don't think we should need that. I don't think we need the magic secret.
I don't think we need those, to be honest. Those are just more. I'd rather get the ring of spell storing if we can get it.
We can't.
We
not
can.
Right, not right now with our money.
If we can get the money.
If we get the money, we can buy it. Right now, we can't though.
Did you guys
We've kind of got a list of what we want.
stock up on some things, the common items, or not?
We're going to.
We're
Okay.
we're
We're
going
trying
to
to get our big purchase items straightened out.
Okay.
Which I think
We
we
just
have.
want
We're
We've
about
also-
7,500.
we also
to
get
let the king know what
on
kind of money we'll be
uncommon
spending
items. We
beforehand.
definitely want.
Ask his permission.
Yeah.
We want a healer's
Is
kit.
it okay if we buy some food today, sir?
Yeah, but we need thieves tools. We need that. How much does that cost, Caleb? Not very much,
I
right?
use tools. That's right. We do.
And we
those.
need that, and we also want a healer's kit too. You can keep using healer's kit, can't you?
I think they come with 10 uses.
Can you?
And what does that do? Give us a.
Isn't
How
that
much does that heal us?
A healer's kit will.
It's more like
Had to stabilize
Stabilize.
someone?
Yeah, it's useful for. So, like, you don't. If you want to try to stabilize someone who has gone unconscious to 0 hit points, you have to make a medicine check. With a healer's kit, you don't have to make a medicine check. You can just automatically get them.
Oh, that will.
I think it's stabilized and at
Use
1 hit
225.
point, maybe. It'll say in the description.
Oh, that will be good.
It's either stabilized or stabilized
anyone
and at 1 hit
proficient in it?
point.
So then they
I'm-
can be healed. And
Am
be
I
back up and
proficient
go.
in?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I
It's
think I'm
not-
They don't make death
That's not
saving
written.
throws.
Tom, we need
No.
one.
I have a
We
plus
need
one
to remember.
to
I
Yeah,
don't.
let's get one.
Yeah, we need it for you
Do
bad.
you have to be proficient in meds in the healer's kit?
No, anybody can
Yeah,
use it.
yeah, I think.
No, thieves
Oh
tools.
no one's.
Is
no
anyone
one's
proficient in thieves
No one's
tools?
proficient in
No,
thieves.
No,
nobody
because
is.
we're not thieves.
I think we should buy 2 of them.
Well, you can still make checks with them.
Yeah.
It'd be worth having.
I
Is
think
there a
we should
place
get
to
2.
buy instruments?
Oh, that's right. You want
need
your
your trump.
I want my pants
Yeah.
to get back.
I think we
Even
should
if
get.
I'm terrible
I
at
think we should get 2 of them.
thieves tools?
Yes. That way 2 people can do it.
I just
You can have
imagine
the
you
same person use
performing
the same-
on the
like, Someone can
stage.
try and then someone else can try. It's not
Thieves tools? Like, what do we do with that?
disarm traps.
Disarm traps, unlocking doors.
We're experts at disarming traps at this point.
This
We
is
just-
you.
we
This
just-
is
we
you
just-
trying to use your pamphlet.
And then we wanted a healer's
Tom,
kit.
they would take
Yeah.
away money instead of giving you money when you play.
I know. But yeah, we'll let you play, but you have to pay 5 platinum.
Alright, going on longer?
So I see that. So proficiency in the herbalism kit, does that allow you to create potions of healing? It says it's required to make potions of healing.
It's required, but you would have to be trained to
Okay.
make those.
Because I was like, I have proficiency.
How much?
in
How much is the healer's kit, then, Caleb?
I have to go back here.
Well, I use magic, so that means I can probably just create them, right?
Healer's kit is 5 gold. That's not that
We
much.
should get 2 of those.
We can get a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I think get a couple of them. At least that way we have them spread out between people.
I'm gonna send you something. I don't think I ever shared this with you. If I did, I apologize. But
And we also get some of these. What's the other stuff? Like the stuff you throw on the ground.
Alchemist fire.
What's the other like the ball traps and stuff like that.
I think I
ball
saved
bearings.
it thinking I was
And
gonna
there's
send
other
it to you
stuff.
sometime.
That's
Caltrip
a
never
good
did.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Galtrips.
We should get a couple of those.
All right. Yeah.
How much are those?
There's 2. There's ball bearings at 2 gold, and then
We don't want to
Shopping.
draw attention.
oh no, they're 1 gold.
Getting a
They're one.
list of things.
We don't want to draw too much
Shopping
attention.
list.
guys.
How much are cow trap?
Let's buy everything then in the store.
All right. So we should get some holy water probably, if we can find it.
Holy water.
It's delicious.
Oh, we need holy water.
It's refreshing.
Good
You
for
need to be
undead.
holy.
I'm good for
It's like
undead.
their version
No,
of
that's
this
true.
song.
We don't need it.
So that is something where you would have to go to a temple
Never mind.
to
We're
get
not.
it.
We're not looking for that. Steven, I forgot. We've got a paladin. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, and you guys can kind of tell me if I'm wrong. So we're not gonna go everywhere just together because that's a little bit conspicuous.
Right. Okay.
So split up in 2 groups of 3. I think that it'd be probably Nyx.
We should have
You-
1 perception person each team.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
what we want
Nyx,
to do.
you,
I think
and-
what we want to do is let's go back and forth from the magic shop as many times as possible.
Yeah.
So however many items are, we'll buy one, then leave, go buy something else, and then
Nick's
come back and
playing
buy
the
the
whole
next
time.
one, and then come.
So I think so Morzza, Nyx, and
I don't want to go to the magic shop. There's no reason for me.
yeah, we're not going there right now. Anyway,
I thought we were splitting up.
we're
Though. So
splitting up
whoever's
to
going
go-
to the magic shop, I don't want to be a part of that group.
You just don't want to get blamed for causing
Well,
drama
it doesn't make any
ourselves.
sense. Like,
All right,
he
so
should
then
go
do
to the
this.
magic shop.
Thaèndrys, myself, Nyx will go to the magic shop.
I think we should all be there for the magic shop for when because for the party thing, he's like,
He already knows that we were there.
Let's just get the rest of it done. We'll go to the magic shop after we get the rest of this done.
Okay.
But we're still splitting up because we don't want to travel in a group of
So
six.
we got the
Okay.
three buff people in one
Still,
group.
same group. Nyx, myself, and Thaèndrys. Then it's going to be Morzza, Taèlios, and Zeldreth.
So I gotta babysit these guys.
we'll go to the horse shop and you guys will
Hey,
go to
we
the
can
general
probably
shop.
lift
Yeah,
them
so
up.
you
Yeah,
guys
that
can
makes
go to the
sense.
horse, get horses. We need 4 horses.
Okay.
And then we will go look for general items.
And then we're gonna meet at the magic shop.
And then we'll meet. Yeah,
Right
we'll meet
around.
around the magic shop. Don't be like right outside the magic shop.
I want to go to the candy shop though too.
We'll go there.
Is that next to the magic shop?
Tom, what are you saying about needing to babysit us?
Yeah, he's got to babysit you.
Okay, so you're splitting up,
Yeah.
and you're going to get some of the items that you want
Yes.
to get. Okay. So, are there... You just can find the items that are on that list, other than a few items. So, is there anything that...
Thieves' kit might not be easy to find.
We're looking.
that one would be... That one won't be just be readily available.
So we need. So we are looking for thieves' tools.
Okay.
So that's probably one of the things. Not necessarily buying, but at least looking for alchemist fire and acid.
Isn't that stuff's gonna be expensive?
Acid's 25. It's not that. It's not.
25. That's,
Alchemist is 50.
see how much acid we can get. Just,
And maybe some healing potions.
Oh.
We have 7.
We're
Right?
getting that staff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
And I have my healing
Never mind.
kit for healing.
So I think those are the main ones: the acid, the alchemist fire, and the thieves' kit.
Would be hard to find, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty standard.
Because everything else, we're looking for some like caltrops and barbarians, but those should be pretty easy to
You'll
find.
be able to get those.
And tents.
You
we
can-
should get a few tents.
Yeah,
We
I've already
have
got
it.
those.
We have two
Yes.
cents.
You'll be able to
Yeah,
at
but
Common
that's
Goods
a
Store
lot.
at adventuring.
Or the
There are shops that are
Yeah.
like have adventuring gear.
yeah.
There's you
And
know,
2 people have to be on watch.
a
then.
blacksmith. You'll be
Wow.
able to get
Yeah.
caltrops, that type of stuff. So all of that is going to be easy enough to come by. The stuff that's going to be a little more difficult would be so a couple of those things you mentioned. Although I honestly don't remember from this would go all the way back to sessions 0, but I know that Taèlios visited a place that would probably come to your mind if you were looking for, at the very least, acid would be a possibility, maybe even alchemist fire.
What?
Didn't you go to Herbalist or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right.
You went to a place that
Can't
had
forget
all
this.
kinds of stuff that are mixed up, kind of a, like herbalist, yes, but almost alchemist as well,
Yeah.
and just, you know.
Was that before or after you got distracted by the maps?
It was after. So I was looking to make money after I saw how expensive maps were.
Ooh.
What was that place called? I don't remember.
Maps are us?
Yeah, you remember. It was Enchanted Elixirs of Elestria.
There you go. Go there.
All right.
And it's in Shadeborough.
Sounds a little bit shady.
All right. Say the name one more time.
Enchanted Elixirs of Elestria. Well, I guess I don't
Shadeborough.
have the one I want, but after he said that, it would have been.
Shadeborough.
Everyone looks around what?
Okay.
Shadeborough, the district of
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. So you guys get the horses. Don't forget to watch out for people following you.
Yeah, and also once we get the horses, so we go back to the inn to have
Yeah,
take them
or
to
wherever.
the-
Yeah, we need to find somewhere to store the horses first because we don't want to just take the horses around town.
So
Well, whoever we buy them from probably can store them.
Same place where you store his
So
horse.
easy enough to ask the owner of the inn where your horse is kept, which stable, and to go there where your horse already is, and to get others there if you wanted.
Okay, let's do that
Let's
then.
do that.
So that would be easy enough to do.
Where are the horses at?
They're at the Sunnyside stable.
Can we choose the
outside.
color of them? I want you. You got to choose their color.
Yep.
Sure.
Blue,
as long as it's
red.
within the realm of what would naturally
Alright.
occur.
Yeah,
to
give me,
horses.
Yeah.
can you guys give me like a
If
really
there's a red
cool
one, you can
horse,
name it
like
Clifford.
So what do they have there?
If you get a nice black horse, that does.
My
like-
horses.
So
They
we're
have
going there, I
chestnuts,
guess.
palominos. They have grays and blacks and.
Black.
Do they have Ganondorf's horse?
And do they have
No,
all
they,
white?
do, they do
red
not
mane?
have shadow.
I think that
cats.
we should avoid white horses though. We don't want something.
What
that
about
stands out.
Ganondorf's horse? Black with red mane. Do they have that?
Only Avenger has that.
Oh.
That would stand out?
A white horse, yeah.
Why? Are they rare?
No, they're just.
I want a black
Right.
horse with
Albino.
red eyes.
He wants Ganondorf's horse.
You can decide what color your horse is as long as it's a regular color of a horse that
Oh,
you would
purple.
find.
Purple horse.
Can I roll to see which horse I get along with the most? And I just want that horse. Is that a thing?
What color?
You can just decide that you buy the one that you get along with the most if you want. Or
That's
you,
what I'm doing.
you can roll and I can make up a color for you, or you can just.
I don't
decide.
care what color it is. I just want it to be an awesome horse that will never leave my side.
From your perspective, you get the most awesome horse in the stable.
There
Can we
go.
roll for the stats on his horse?
It immediately leaves your side.
I
though.
want.
I'm gonna roll a d4 for the hit points for his horse.
Why, your dice can only roll one.
They're like anti-weighted.
You can name your horse if you want to. You can think about it
thinking
and
about it.
name your horse.
Alright, I got mine. My
not
horse.
right now. But
All right, so while they're off
you
getting
better
horse
think
stuff-
about it.
No, I got my horse already.
That's enough naming for now.
You know that
guys.
horse in Link? It'll be like that horse, and it'll be
You
named.
mean Zelda?
Yeah.
Epona.
You couldn't
Yep.
remember
Exactly. No, I was saying.
I'm
Once
going to
they're
name mine that one too.
Epona.
Let's all have the same name.
I'm gonna at least be able to remember the name though.
Alright, so we get the horses and leave them in the stable.
Okay.
Four of them.
Deduct the necessary gold for that.
Mark off 300 somewhere.
Yeah,
Caleb.
I'll mark it up.
We don't even know how much they are.
Yeah,
There's
75.
75.
It's by the book. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything outside of that, just for ease.
Okay, so while they're doing that, we're going to just a common goods store. We're getting healer's kits. Those are common, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to.
So
find
healer's kits, caltrops, ball bearings, a couple. We need one tent, I believe, right?
No,
We have two.
We have two. So we
They're
don't
each
need
for
that.
2 people. We want a third one just in case.
But yeah,
Fine.
that's
Okay.
just a good idea.
We're wasting money, sure.
Exactly.
They cost
when
us
I-
like 2.
We all have this money here.
We
too
don't want
that
to draw
can
too
spend.
much attention.
True.
The tints are kind of.
Okay, so
I have a lot of
go ahead
silver.
and mark that off. The horses, 300. We just got 4 horses, right?
And I rolled for my horse, and it has 4 HP.
I don't hear any horse sounds.
I'm riding a cow.
You have to make those yourself.
You guys want like 2
Instead of a
bags?
horse, I just want to get 2 coconuts and just like
Bang them together.
run along as I go.
I am. Horses is in this list. You should be hearing them. I'll turn the volume up on the horses since you just bought some. Sirenscape thought of everything.
I'm hearing some birds. Our horses are.
It was the first
Oh,
time in
there's
the
a
history
chicken.
that anyone had voted for our side, the one where the horses are voting.
I don't hear any horses.
You turned up the chicken and not the.
No, I turned up horses.
I'm
You
hearing
guys-
the chicken
You guys,
nonstop
you
now.
guys talk every time the horses whinny or something.
Did Sirenscape have chickens riding horses though? Were they prepared for that?
Cocobos, whatever they call them.
Chocobos.
Cows, dogs, horses, sheep.
It's not like they were prepared for a chicken riding a horse.
You should buy a dog and then feed a fish and change it into like a hydra or whatever. And they
Feed it a fish.
yeah.
He's talking about fate.
All right, I got that all marked off. I put
Maybe
this down for
it's
3 bags of caltrop, 3 bags of ball bearings, and we can just store them in the bag of holding.
How many healers kits did we do?
2 kilo kits.
I definitely should not have one of those because I'll be the one. Who
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
be the one dying. Yeah.
So okay, I got that down. So that's that one. So we're still looking for the. So now it would be the going to that one shop, the
That
Enchanted
one
Elixirs of Elestria.
Okay.
And in that shop, we would be looking for some alchemist fire and some alchemist fire, acid, and poison.
Why are we getting acid and poison?
They're well, so like acid you can put on a sword and it does an extra D or once you hit them, it does an extra D4 damage, I believe.
Melt your sword.
It's good for like a,
You have a magic sword that does it.
yourself.
you can put it on ammunition too. Like you can put it on arrows, or you can put it on a sword, and it does extra damage. So it's good to have.
Besides, you never know when you want to put it on
What
somebody.
does it mean?
Can I put it on my spells so that I do more damage?
Yes.
I'm gonna put acid on my stick.
The wood probably gets destroyed by
When you
It's
give them
much mahogany.
Not with the magic.
when you give them splinters.
Oh, true. Your wood is magic, isn't it?
Bring it back.
You always gotta move it like that. What's the owner of the shop's
It's
name?
hot in here.
We're running out of
Who's
time.
going there? Who's going there?
Myself,
Is it
Nyx, and Thaèndrys.
okay? So he would remember to tell you that the owner's name is Fulvara.
How do you spell that?
I'm not even gonna bother spelling it, to be honest.
Tom, teach us how to spell it. How do you
Fulvara.
spell
I
it?
have no clue.
Spelling master.
It's Falvarra.
Oh, I would have missed one R.
I would have got it right.
Me too.
So once we're there, we're looking for those specific items that we mentioned.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so
It's 8:30.
you walk in, and just so it's Farryn, Nyx, Thaèndrys. Is that right? Okay.
Also, remember this whole time. Also, we're watching for people. Like that's what the reason for separating our groups. I don't know if
Okay,
we need
fine. So that's fine. So first group, since you
the
guys,
horse group. Yeah, was.
so you guys did the horses and some of the common items, right? That's what you were doing. So
Well, no, we were
No,
we were the common because they had to go all the way outside the city.
fine. You went outside the city. Make a perception check.
All of us?
Sure. All of you
We
can
got
make a
this.
perception check.
Do you?
Great.
Steven, when you're letting the team down, look at this.
You letting
Good thing they got you on that.
22.
7.
3. Nothing like it.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
yeah.
You don't notice anything that you would characterize as necessarily out of the ordinary. You see quite a few city guard, but that seems to be normal. Other than that, you don't really notice anybody being particularly watchful of you guys or seeming to see the same person over and over again or something like that. You get no sense that you're being followed.
They're doing my mask idea. I knew it. They're changing masks.
I think it's the back.
Could be.
So as you guys, so I'll have you guys roll too because so the
We're
inn,
separate. Yeah.
the inn you're at too is like over on this side of the city, and where you're heading to Enchanted Elixirs is almost the opposite side. So that's enough of a jaunt to go ahead and just roll on your way there, and all of you can roll.
Ooh.
25, natural 20.
Natural 1.
You don't like a 1 at
Do I
every
have to
roll.
say mine?
Yeah, you have to.
I think I've only rolled a 1
14.
and a 20.
That means
to
you
my
got
14.
set.
Mine's a
Okay.
4, but it was
Or
natural.
7. Right. No, 8.
All right, so same basic deal. I mean, you see guards, you see. What you don't see is someone who seems like they're following you. It's just a matter of there are quite a few guards that patrol the city. Things you probably pass through the market area on your way there. That would be the most natural path. And there's even more there. And sure, they look at you. You make eye contact with some, but you don't get the sense that anybody recognizes you or anything like that.
Alright. Anyway, back to the shop.
Okay. You walk in. Did you go here at all, or did you only
No.
go? You didn't.
I went to the magic
I
shop.
think you would have been the only other one. So okay.
Yeah, you know me.
So yeah. So you enter. A little bell rings above the door, and you as you walk in, what you are immediately struck with is it feels like home. Okay, and everybody else is you know hundreds of scents are mixing together and blending together. And it's not a bad smell, it's very powerful smell, but pleasant in a way as well. And you see across the room and behind a counter, there is a half-elf woman with very dark black hair, very busily scrambling around behind the counter. And as you walk in and the bell rings and you're hit with the scents and the sights of the place, and she looks up and sees you, and a big smile comes across her face, and she says, "Welcome, welcome, come in, how can I help you today?"
So walk in and
Gonna
I guess
buy
I'll just-
some stuff.
yeah, no, not right at the back. I'll say I'm just looking, but maybe have some couple things in mind. I'll kind of point out a few things that I like recognize from my home, like back in my days. Like, oh, you have this here. Maybe some exotic plants, maybe something with extravagant names, to try to show off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But just kind of walk around and see if I see any flasks of this. Because we had alchemist fire. We know what it
Sure.
looks like.
I'm gonna walk up to something and go, ooh, a plant.
Homer Simpson enters the... Okay. So yeah, you see a lot of the types of things you would recognize. Some of which...
Smoke splash.
Yeah.
that, I guess.
in everything from ingredients for certain things to, tonics and tinctures and stuff like that are made. Some of it just kind of the everyday, skin care stuff, even hair restoring drafts and stuff like that, to more of a potion related things, and you can see plenty of those here as well. In terms of alchemist fire, here's how we're going to do that.
Don't forget
Go for initiative.
alchemist fire, and then acid, and then poison. Any of those three.
Okay. And you're just you're just looking for those things, right?
Specifically, yes, but
okay. Yeah.
I'm also interested in the potions that they have.
Okay.
Of course.
So you're gonna.
If they're besides healing, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So alchemist fire. Roll a d20.
Right, we know what it's gonna
So I'm
be.
rolling a 1 now.
We
so
know
it's
how
roll
this
20.
is gonna be. You rolled a 2. Congrats.
6.
Yeah.
All right. You find one. You see one bottle of alchemist fire. It is
Bless you.
behind the counter, but you see it on a shelf behind the counter.
I won't point it out
Bless
yet, but I just want to.
By the way, what we just did there is I'm testing a new mechanic that I've made up, and it's called a luck roll.
Homebrew.
It's homebrew. It's called a luck roll. And
Why are we letting him roll for luck?
I made because he was the one looking.
That's right, you have the luck key. You should be here.
I show up.
He uses one thing of his
Your
luck feat
one
to show
lucky
up.
point to just magically appear.
Okay. So you do see one behind the counter. I can tell you do not see any poison.
Okay.
And what's the other one? You
Acid.
Acid. Okay.
Vial.
Roll.
No 2s or 1s. Let's go.
18.
Okay.
You didn't add bonus, did you?
You see 4
There's
behind the
Is,
counter.
No bonus.
is there no bonus?
So acid, real quick, so you guys know what it is.
While we're
You
talking
can
about
throw. So as an action, you can splash the contents of this vial onto a creature within 5 feet, or throw the vial up to 20 feet, shattering it on impact. Either case, make a ranged attack against a creature or object. Treating the acid as an improvised weapon. On hit, the acid does 2d6 of damage.
How much it cost though?
It's 25 gold. I'm not saying we're necessarily buying it. I just wanted to see if it was there.
We can buy 1 or 2.
But the alchemist fire was kind of useful because it just does constant damage while spraying.
Well, I say we buy 1 or 2.
So as I'm walking around, kind of like pointing out plants that I recognize and whatnot, I will make my way over to this place. Obviously, the flasks kind of stand out.
Okay.
So make my way over to the counter area. I would assume is kind of where that is, especially since the alchemist fire is behind it.
Yep. And she's been kind of watching and listening a little bit too, and just kind of being observant of you all, and it looks like you know your way around a shop like this.
Mhm.
So, and she acknowledges that. You look like you know what you're doing, dearie.
I just knock over several points on the other side.
So yeah, I've had some experience in this area. And so as I make my way to the counter, though, I'll just kind of point out, ask her a few questions about some things that are there. Try to look normal. I guess like, is there any like flash of potions or something that I don't know about? Just maybe ask her about those first.
That she has for sale.
Yeah.
Well, you see behind the counter, near the alchemist's fire, which is kind of off to the side a little bit, but it's on a rack that is filled with potion bottles.
I'll just point at one that I maybe don't know and just ask her what it is.
Are they not labeled?
Okay, you see a flask that has an orange liquid inside of it with smoke hovering up above the liquid, like filling the space between the liquid and the stopper.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I'll be like, I've been in shops like this before, but like I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. What is that?
Okay. And potions like this weren't so much
I know.
the thing. Yeah. Okay. So she says, "Ah, yes, that is a potion of fire breath."
Oh, I need that.
That sounds
I already breathed fire, but I need that.
What are the effects of
7,000
that potion? Yeah, it's probably expensive. Good.
She pulls out her
Potion manual.
DM guide thingy. And tells you that it
Based
is...
on my extensive knowledge in this area.
After drinking this potion, you can
25.
use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. There's a saving throw, 4d6 of fire damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful save.
Lasts for like a minute.
The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times or when 1 hour has passed.
This is okay. It's like a better fire.
So it'll last for an hour or 3 uses, whichever comes first.
So you have to hold your breath for an hour if you want to wait.
Yeah, you have to have a really high constitution.
Oh, that's perfect. I have 18.
And there are others.
I feel like
I wonder if there's probably potions of like cold breath, lightning breath, acid
Acid.
breath,
Poison.
I guess like whether I'll ask her like that's an interesting potion. Like what other kind of like potions like that do you have that are along those lines?
You do see healing potions of virtually every kind.
Yeah.
On the shelves. You see a potion bottle that looks more like a fog in it than a liquid, which is a potion of gaseous form. You see a potion that has distinct layers in it of like different densities of liquids, or maybe it's a magical effect, you don't know. But there's brown, silver, and gray layers in it that is labeled as a potion of climbing. There is a clear one with a cloudy substance in it, but the liquid in it, the flask is sitting like this, wide at the bottom and narrows at the top, but all the liquid in it is at the top, and it's more like a cloudy substance below it, and that's a potion of flying.
Oh, I can be Superman. Whoa.
There's
We don't have to go through all of them.
Yeah, there's a couple different. There's different varieties of giant strength potions. Heroism, invisibility, invulnerability. Several different kinds of resistance.
What's flying do?
Several different kinds of
Fly.
resistance potions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 30 minutes.
Speed, vitality, water breathing. There's several water breathing potions there
Might
as
be an
well.
hour, I don't know.
Most of the potions are priced not necessarily horribly from what you might expect. You do notice that the healing potions are less expensive than they were at
How much here?
50 for the regular healing potion.
We have enough though. And we decided we didn't want to buy any of those. I'll point out the alchemist fire up there, and I'll be like, oh, I saw that, or I said I've heard someone who used that recently. It sounded like a really interesting, effect that it does.
Oh yes.
Good for adventurers at least.
They can come in very handy in a pinch, to be sure.
I need it right now.
I say, well, it did sound really interesting. I think I'd be interested in purchasing that one.
Okay. It is
50.
Yeah, it is the price in the book. That's fine. So for that, it's 50. As the acid would be as book price too, so that'd be 100 for all 4 if you want them.
I don't think we need all 4.
Okay.
Maybe 2. Well, I'll pick up maybe 2 of the acids and
Okay.
do those.
We also want some shrooms while we're here getting acid.
I think those are the main items from this place that we wanted. So, I guess after purchasing those, we'll kind of wrap up and leave the place. Maybe
Okay.
thank her for her time.
Okay. Very good. She invites you to come again. You're always welcome.
So we're gonna meet back at the inn.
Yeah, probably meet back at the end and then we'll discuss.
Around lunchish or something like that.
Yeah, maybe wait because I want to see if they respond before we go to the magic shop.
And we're all going to the magic shop together. Is that
Yeah, no problem.
As conspicuously as possible.
Okay, so you make your way back to the to the Traveler's Way. You go up to your room where you did leave the diplomat's pouch there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you get into your room and you check it. The eye's closed.
Okay.
I guess they want us to go buy stuff then.
Yeah.
Looks like they want us to buy a lot of things. Do you guys want to wait a day before we purchase things? Just to see if
I
you
want
send
to
something
go
tonight?
start adventuring.
I mean, yeah, me too, but like we can just pass the day and then come back tomorrow to the magic shop and just see if they overnight they send us something.
I say we do that. Let's just do
Okay.
that and see what they say.
Well, if we're gonna do that, let's just say we're gonna buy the armor right now,
Oh, we could do that, yeah.
and then also, do you want to go to the map shop and try to buy any maps?
He just has garbage.
Yeah, we didn't. We
Okay,
checked it
okay.
before.
Are we actually buying
Okay, so yeah,
armor?
there's armor that we wanted to
You
buy.
go
So
there.
after lunch,
It's only
there's
1
a couple people will go. Probably
It's better than
well,
nothing,
Nyx
yeah.
because
It's not-
Nyx and Morzza for sure are getting armor. I think those are the only 2.
So you're getting studded leather, right? Okay. So that's fine. So just actually I have the price of that
You
right
should
here.
go with them.
So
with
if you're-
those
if you-
dagger and
45
So
for,
if you're gonna
We're
get
not going to
studded
magic
leather,
shop,
then
stuff. Oh, I thought that's where the armor was.
yeah,
We're not getting magic armor.
would he have splint? Like, I know I went to the armor shop before. Do I need to do you need a roll for that, or do you
magic.
have? No, not magic.
Just regular splint.
You would find it if that's what you want. That's not going to be. You can find of these. You can find the common types of armor for sale in
The only thing that benefits me is if we get something that's 400 gold pieces, and that seems like a lot.
Here,
How much do
when we
you,
go to, does he buy used
okay.
armor?
How much
Like, would
does
he buy
up
it back,
your
or
defense?
probably not?
Or whatever.
So it doesn't.
Would you want to buy my armor?
Armor class is 16.
What armor do you have?
I have-
Stealth, right?
Chainmail, I think. Yeah, chainmail.
Yeah, it would just increase my stealth check.
Dented Gmail from
Yeah,
It'd be
I mean,
but-
We can do that later.
maybe it depends. It's used. You know, you've been in some battles. It's taken some beatings, not only here, but you've used it before you met all of these people. So you would know that regular chain armor, there might be some value to it, but it's not going to be a lot. You're not going to get close to what the asking price is
Yeah.
for new armor.
I don't know. See if there's anything.
And if you're getting studded leather, then if that's like a group thing, either you need to subtract the 45 or the group needs to subtract the 45. And in which case, then your armor class improves by 1 from what it is right now. So you can up your armor class by 1.
Splint is 200, right? So it's
I have 118 gold pieces on me now, though.
You want to just subtract 45? That one's easy enough to subtract from her sheet. Just take 100 off of yours. Or you want to do 50 and then we'll take 150 off of this.
Fine.
Why are we splitting the cost of his armor?
I have.
We're not. We're just taking because
How
we
many-
have some of this on the
How
sheets
much
here.
gold does
Okay.
she have? What's personally listed there?
Where does gold on this sheet?
Very
Here,
bottom.
let's see. It's at the bottom.
I
Bottom
have
middle.
29.
But you have
Okay, so
29
she-
gold.
Yeah, she hasn't kept any of this stuff from adventuring. She
No,
got it from
because
playing.
I thought everyone should have marked down 75 or 70 from the beginning on their sheets.
What?
Oh, that's
So
right.
from the purple
She
guy.
should have
like
had
the
70
purple
from the
one.
bag.
Yeah, from the beginning. That's right.
So,
So
add
70. So
70 to whatever we
just give yourself an additional
not?
25.
No. I just have 5 written down
Because
there.
40.
Yeah,
you're
because
going to spend
we
45
all
of that
added it.
70. So just
I
add
added it to
So
my
plus
sheet.
what?
Plus
Did
75?
you ever put the 70 down?
Oh,
Okay, so just 25.
Yeah, it was
And
70.
then the
I don't know
45
if
is
I
what
would have,
the
but right now
remaining
it's
45 is
55
what you
gold
just spent.
pieces.
Yeah, you spent some of theirs. There's no way you had that much before.
I mean, I'm kind of rich, so.
I'm pretty sure we added yours.
Who stole my
Okay,
5
so and
gold
also
pieces?
note on your character sheet where your armor is listed as leather. Just make note that that's studded leather.
Should
Now.
be at the bottom. Right here, Elizabeth. So you took 50 off,
You
right?
go in the water with a backpack on.
Really?
Oh, so you can speak to yourself
Okay.
then.
Alright,
I'm
get
an
ready.
animal, so.
So let's finish out the day, and then next morning we'll go to the magic shop. I just want to see if anything...
These,
Okay.
these were my pets.
Okay, so is that it for the
No.
day?
They're at the forest.
That's it for the day.
Okay.
Are you gonna play again? Make some money?
I mean, sure.
This is wasting time.
It's platinum she can get.
Well, what if she rolled a
This is
1?
really good to get platinum.
What if she rolled
Yeah,
a
she has to pay
1?
out to the audience.
Exactly.
If you roll a performance check, if you're gonna do it.
Oh no.
Ready for this one? I'm calling it. 2. A 2. I called it.
Okay, give me the total.
8, probably.
Yeah.
Just follows it up with just an
Whoa.
absolutely horrendous performance.
8? Okay, roll the copper.
No.
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 13.
Okay, you got 13 copper.
That was very
Fine.
versatile.
I'll apologize saying my fingers were.
My
doing
fingers
some-
hurt.
Alright, so after
Well,
that,
now
we're just
you're
regular
Sorry
night
for
stands.
yesterday's
We're kind of
performance.
just waiting to see if we get something overnight from the people.
Okay. All right. You after your evening meal and hanging out in the tavern portion for a while, you retire to your rooms, and getting ready to go to bed for the night. And you notice that the bag's eye is open.
Oh boy.
Let me
I
guess
can't
this
wait to
time.
get yelled at again.
So
Notice.
This is the evening of the next day, the 19th. Then when
I'll let them know before I open the bag. I'll show them, like, this is what happened.
You gather everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got wax
Sorry.
on
Hey,
it.
my
I
die.
already have that prepared.
Yeah, it's got wax on it again. I'm not opening it this time.
How did he do it?
I'll open it. Give me that.
Did you just write this one again?
Did you know what we were gonna say?
It's a magic trick.
Oh, this is our money, maybe.
Should I just open it? Like,
Yeah, just open it.
just rip it?
Be careful with it.
Yeah, just break
You
the
don't-
seal and pull it open.
Homeschool it.
The problem is you can rip the sheet underneath it, which is the actual words.
Yeah, just work on the wax.
Time to get another water break.
Anybody got a lighter?
Yeah, you look at you already destroyed the sheet underneath it.
No, I didn't. It's not part of the words. It's the. Yeah.
You
I-
kind of did destroy the sheet.
You're
underneath.
very good at
It's
about
not part of
opening.
the word. It doesn't matter. It
It is
says the
part.
king wishes to speak with you tomorrow. Be at the north gate at 9 on.
Oh boy,
How
we're
about
in
you
trouble
come talk to
now.
us?
The drow should be in disguise.
Davrith.
He says, "Don't be in disguise."
9.
So I think I should put a cutter. Like, just cut
He
it.
says, walk through the streets.
You want to read it?
I
The
just
king,
read
yeah,
it.
the king
I
wishes
can
to
read
speak with you tomorrow. Be at the north gate at 9 on the Lithlorava.
Lithlorava.
It's a lot of syllables.
Okay,
Wait,
so
9 in
but
the
you know
morning?
what that means. You know what
Yeah.
that means. You all know this. The Lithlora is the name of
The tree.
the sun.
Never mind.
The Lithlorava is essentially a sundial. So, and these
How
are
would we
these
know
are a
the sun?
common time telling piece. So be there at 9 on the Lithlorava.
I thought it was a tree.
All right,
like
we're in trouble
white
now,
tree
guys.
or something.
So we buying our magic stuff before?
Yep.
No, let's wait till afterwards.
Hey,
We're just
get
gonna have to
more
tell
gold.
them, like, we're buying this stuff because we don't intend to stick
Well,
around.
who
for
knows
super
why
long.
he's calling us to him?
Might be given to her gold.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I doubtful.
I don't.
How long do we have to wait for our gold?
Hopefully not that long.
So you gotta do sell some land to get it. All right. So
Well-
we.
We'll just go there first in the morning.
All right.
Okay, so all right, so that was evening of that same day. So the next morning, the 20th, you get up, normal morning routine, and you head around the city to the north gate. Yeah, to be there at.
Yeah.
What are you rolling?
I'll get them.
You getting ready?
You're getting ready for initiative.
See if anyone's following
get
us.
ready.
Well, no. Are you seeing if you're? Are you?
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, or someone's
Yeah.
watching for if we can follow it again.
Okay,
I'll help you too, Tom.
No. I want to do it.
Nope, I got it.
okay, it's fine.
I got the same as Tom.
23.
Nice. That was
I
very
got 20.
Just getting it out of the way.
I don't know if it matters, but Tom got 23. I got 20.
Okay.
I like that are really bad.
Okay, you don't. As you leave the city, you don't notice.
I'll take the bag with me this
anybody
time.
following. Okay, but
Hidden under my cloak.
as you make, excuse me, as you make your way north on the outside of the city, the closer you get, you do realize that you're being watched and monitored as you come by. There are there are guard and military there who are. You see them as you see them. You see looks of a lack of surprise to see you. So you're aware that they're aware, but they weren't tracking you through the city. It's more as you approach the north gate, and you get to the north gate and approach, and as you come up on the gate, you see a familiar face. You are met by Lieutenant Fairmont, who is there and says, "Well, I didn't have to wait very long for our paths to cross again. I'm to escort you to the palace." And so you make your way along a familiar path, a street that kind of divides this wealthy district of the city from what is the military district of the city, and then cut your way through that wealthy district of the city, and again arrive at the gates of the palace and enter and come up the path toward the palace, where a really nice cobblestone pathway leads up to the main doors. And as you do, again, all the same sights as before. Entering in to the large entrance chamber where you checked your weapons before, Lieutenant Fairmont leads you not to the end of the room where the storage rooms are, but to the double doors on the side, giving apparently you're not going to be required to check your weapons. So through that, into that 20-foot wide hallway that leads towards the massive Dumbledore.
We're in trouble
They
now.
pull out the Dumbledores.
Yes. Who says to
Heard
you,
did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
yes, who says to you, "Love was the greatest power, Harry." And the guards push open the doors.
I'd elbow Farryn or Taèlios and be like, "You're in trouble now."
You enter the throne room, familiar now, and you see gathered up around the front. There are no guards in the room.
Just a little evil.
As there were before. There are some familiar faces. You see Kavnor and Barinan there are present. Davrith is present. There are two others that are present that you recognize because you saw them on the eve of Laith Laren. They were up on the stage with the king, two of the others. So one of them is...
Get ready, Tom.
I am.
one of them is the half-orc that you saw. The other one is a human who is dressed in pretty dark clothing, dark leather clothing. This is how this one is dressed. Trying to find a particular note, which I cannot find.
Well, that's right. We never even looked for those.
No,
Oh, I thought we had mentioned that, but I didn't.
we did, but he said,
It'd be hard to find.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll just look again.
And so these these are the ones that you recognize. Actually, there is another one that you recognize. It's the captain when you first got back to the city, and Lieutenant Fairmont kind of passed you off to the captain. He is present, as is a dwarf who. Let me double check.
How does he feel about being tossed?
He does not like being tossed.
How many syllables does his name have?
He has
5, I guess.
long reddish brown hair and same beard braided down in a single braid.
His name is Gamley.
Or excuse me, his beard Gamlin. His beard is double braided here, and his hair is pulled back in a ponytail, and he is up front, and they're all just kind of conversing as you
Trying to
enter.
discuss how to punch us.
So
You sold too many diamonds.
as you enter, the king. The king welcomes you and says, "Ah, yes, come, please." And you enter, and you're able to walk up where everyone else is. Kavnor and Barinan are up where they where they were when you saw them before. King on his throne, but everyone else is just kind of gathered at the foot of this dais, talking. And the king welcomes you in and makes introductions for those that you haven't met.
What are their names? That's the most important
Yeah,
part.
here we go. Get ready.
He introduces the half orc
Mm-hmm.
as Thok.
T-H-O-K.
Okay.
T-H-O-K.
That's so drastically different than
What?
the rest.
T-H-O-K-K?
Yep.
Yep. And the other human that's there, dressed in the black leather and giving a very rogue
Yeah.
feel to this guy, introduces him as Reeve Macy, R-E-E-V-E. Macy, M-A-C-E-Y,
Little
Is
simplified his name down
that
at the
is
last
the
section.
half orc female or male?
male.
You couldn't tell from Thok?
No.
The captain, whose name you never got, he was silent. He just escorted you. Nobody really knew what was going on at the time. He is introduced to you as Bertrand Finney, B-E-R-T-R-A-N, Bertrand Finney, F-I-N-N-E-Y.
You should let him spell it. He'd know how to spell it.
Yeah.
He'll spell it right.
And he introduces the dwarf, who's down on the king's right down there, as Kraylin Stonestrike.
Strokes him again.
Oh, that's
C-R-A-Y?
K-R-A-L-I-N.
Okay, wait. So that
K-R-A-L-I-N.
K-R-A-L-I-N. Stone Strike. Exactly how you would expect that to be spelled.
Stone Strike
introduced-
spelled with an S.
He introduces him. So the other ones, so Thok and Reeve are introduced as, these are personal guards of the king, as was Shrasazi, she's not here. The captain of the guard, you know, as Bertrand Finney, you know what his title was. Kraylin is introduced as the Master in Chief.
Kraylin is?
Yeah, which
Master Chief?
Master,
Yes.
the Master in Chief, which is essentially builder, engineer, kind of a thing of the city.
Ooh, we got to talk about Halos.
Did you say Reeve? What was he?
A guard.
Personal
Just a
guard.
Okay.
And I
Cover.
want,
Wait, right.
so in introductions,
We can go through our names real quick for the people that hadn't met us before.
Do we need to? I think we need to ask the one guy about the Covenant and how they're doing right now.
the what?
The saying it, Chief.
It's Halo stuff, because Master Chief is from Halo.
Oh. Gotcha.
You think they ride warthogs here too, or?
That'd be awesome. Fight Warhog.
Basically the same as an
What
elephant.
about the elephant? We need the elephant.
Screw the
Wait,
elephants.
we got
Okay.
elephants with right hogs on them, and then we're on the right
There
hog.
you go, warthogs.
Warhog.
The
Right hog.
Farryn, make a history check.
Alrighty then.
Great, we know what it's gonna be already.
I'm proficient in history, by the way. 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. When you hear the dwarf introduced, it rings a bell. You can't place it, but you've heard that name before.
Stone Strike.
It's not the stone.
So is there
strike.
like
Check your
cows and
backstory.
chickens in this palace, or?
All right, fine. I'll tell you
We're
what.
just meeting outside.
I'll tell you what's
real
in the
quick.
palace.
Fine. Stone Strike.
They're birds chirping apparently in the palace.
See if Stone Strike is on here. I need to reread this, it's been so long.
Hey, we should tell them about
Rules
wanting to go
and-
back to the forest because they don't actually know. In the actual story, they don't know that we want to go back.
Yeah, we do.
No, because we were speaking in Gnomish.
I have
We
high,
need to
high,
decide if we want. I mean, when do we want to do stuff like
I
that?
have high intelligence.
Stuff like what?
Intelligence, so I would know.
Go
Like
back to
side story stuff.
backstories.
Because I'm sure we all have something that we could go back and do.
What?
You know?
but
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, everyone.
Do I?
Ours should be first.
so the king says, right, now that we're all here, the reason you've been summoned,
Is it Craig?
we are sending a scout team to investigate And I wanted those leading it to be able to hear from you what you found, where you found it, anything that might be helpful to them, both in discovering and in avoiding danger. So,
He's putting together a team.
that's right.
It sounds like they already have the team.
They have the team already. He tells you that.
Why don't
So,
we just go?
in addition to those that met you along the way, along with them, the captain is going, Kraylin is going, mainly because of this black material that these were made out of. He wants to send Kraylin for that reason. And other than that, a large patrol, a large group of not the guard but the regiment are going. And
They're going out to like the places that we were.
yes, and they wanted to double check with. They've marked on their map, but they want to double check the locations with yours, and just make sure that everyone is on the same page with what to expect. Again, recount how to enter, what dangers there were, and we don't need to rehearse all of that again.
Yeah.
But that's they want you to talk with, especially the captain and Kraylin, before you go.
You tell them everything
So-
you know then?
Yeah, and specifically make note of the ways to get into these different dungeons, each of the specific ones.
As well as the fact that there were several traps on
Yeah,
it
like-
next to most
And we
of
didn't, we didn't disarm every single trap. We a lot of times avoided traps. Like if there's pillars, there was a couple pillars, wires between them. Specifically.
Hallways with
in the third one, remember there was that poison trap. There was a pressure plate on the stairs. We went
Yeah.
down.
Then there's hallways with like the pressure plate in the ground. Watch out for the hallways.
There are hallways everywhere.
Yeah.
There are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
So
Get
many.
ready for hallways.
So many hallways.
And
We
a
better,
riddle.
before you guys go, how do you feel
Well,
about
we don't
hallways?
tell them about the riddle.
Yeah, is it like a positive or negative? Because if it's a negative, you're not gonna like it.
Get ready to be wrecked by a riddle.
The dreaded riddle. Okay, so you go through, you get all that you convey all that you need to convey, and this meeting takes about a half hour. And the king thanks you for coming and says, before you go, and he gets up from his throne and he comes down to you.
Slaps
And-
you in the face.
I want you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
He pulls out
I had 20.
a bag and says, "Late but not forgotten," and hands you a bag that
We'll just throw that
does
right
not
into the
feel
bag of
like
bullets.
2,500 gold. It's
Platinum.
smaller than that. Yeah. He says
2,500 platinum.
Oh wow.
Yes.
250 platinum. And thanks you again. Thanks you for your discretion, and kind of cocks an eyebrow at you, but this says nothing more about it.
Yeah, maybe we should ask before we go. Like, if we're,
Yeah, really go. Like, are we allowed to?
And then he reaches and pulls out another little kind of ornamental pouch and looks at you and says, "I also have this for you. I would that this were not necessary, but the city is not ready yet. But take it. I think you'll find it useful." And he gives you what you will learn is this, even though the picture doesn't really match it for some reason.
but yeah, this is
Yeah.
I can tell
It's a
exactly.
disguise self spell, basically, or item. I think I imagine.
Ooh, this is nice. It's the hat of disguise. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise self spell from it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed, so it's just permanent. It's permanent disguise, so I don't have to use spell slots for it.
Can people see your hat though?
They will
No,
admire
when
my.
he wears it, he can appear
How many
however he wants to.
attunement things do you have now?
Is this an attunement one?
Nope.
I just
Oh, it's not.
I just
Well,
imagine you wear
Let me
that
double
top
check that
hat.
actually.
Well, it should have it on the thing. It
You
should have it
see,
on the...
Yeah,
you,
it
you want to
should
see
say-
the hat?
It
Does it
doesn't
say
say
attunement or not?
Wait, you-
Requires attunement.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
I figured.
Okay.
Wait, you'll be a magician. When you
All right.
take off.
So yeah. So that's
Well,
something you would have to be
get rid
attuned
of
to,
something.
but
You need to put that in
extraordinarily useful if you're wanting to not appear as yourself.
there. You gotta collect them all.
Gotta catch
Catch
them
'em
all.
all.
Magic items.
Okay.
So I have 3 attunement items right now.
All right.
Is there a limit?
Yeah, 3.
3.
Is that the conversation basically?
And he says he gives you a chance to, if there's, while you're here, if you have any, it hasn't been long,
Yeah.
you know, but if you have any concerns or questions, otherwise, of course, feel free to write to Zeldreth.
Should we ask
Any-
about the
any-
magic shop?
Yeah, I say we
using-
should ask.
Yeah,
Just-
we can say so. It's very clearly you noticed that we sold stuff. Our goal wasn't we weren't trying to make a scene or anything. We just I guess kind of got caught up in the moment. Wanted to sell our items and kind of stock up back up on some of the things that we needed. So we wanted to go forward more cautiously. There are some magic items that we would like to purchase. However, we are willing to wait if you prefer us to hold off buying them. However, we would like to purchase them at some point during our stay here.
Okay.
Just ask him like what would he like us to do?
Just
going
several of them, especially because they'll be very useful for our next.
Yeah, for future mission.
Oh,
future
hello,
review.
master.
As you say that, the king looks genuinely surprised. And he looks, he's now down here, and he looks to Zeldreth, and Zeldreth kind of bows his head to the king and says, "I followed them.
Yeah.
When they left here, they went to the inn, and then they went on to sell many gems and jewels, and then they went to the magic shop. They went to the magic touch.
Yikes.
I was only calling upon them to be more discreet. I felt that was within the bounds of what your wishes were, my king. If I stepped out of line, I apologize."
Stop stalking us. Jeez.
And the king replies, "As always, I trust you in your judgment, Zeldreth. I think probably no harm done. Adventurers having items for sale and being interested in magic items is certainly not something out of the ordinary. But I understand. You just left the palace and went straight there. There were concerns, I'm sure. No harm done, let's say. I have no concerns. As long as we have an agreement that of the more sensitive items with which we discussed, that these will not be spoken of other than here. Or in the privacy of your own rooms. But even then, you must be very cautious.
Should we ask about bringing up the fact that we helped the king to the magic guy, or no? So that we can get so that we have stuff on so we have something the king to back us up for like the partnership with the magic shop.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Plus,
I think you guys are interested, so.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the only thing I want to do.
Okay.
All right, we can go spend
listen-
everything now.
Yeah.
Besides that,
so-
I wanted to ask so we'll probably we kind of want to lie low for a few days, but is there anything that we can help with around here? Like we don't want to just sit and do nothing. We'd like to get out and do something, or maybe just
Something
Explore,
they want us to investigate.
maybe investigate outside the city more for where this light went when it returned to the city or something. Is there what is there around here? We checked the notice board for maybe some jobs or something, but couldn't really find anything that was up our alley specifically.
He says, "I have my men searching. We are covering the likely areas. Still no answers, but I am confident that we will be contacting you soon. You are not forgotten, rest assured. It's just all very new, and we're considering possibilities." And as he's talking, Kavnor speaks up and says, "If I may, Your Highness." And yes, of course. He says, "Yes, the events of late and the reports you gave have got my mind working again in areas which it has not visited in many, many years. I expect you will be hearing from me soon, if it pleases you, my king." And he says, of course. I have many duties to tend to. I am having to delegate some on this. I hope you understand. If you do not hear from me, it is not for any reason other than the many duties of a king. But if Kavnor has something to talk with you about, of course, Kavnor, you are free to. For right now, this venture up north and east is our top concern, aside from searching for the whereabouts of this elf lord, if he even is here. Perhaps they. So, all of this is just getting underway. You will be brought more into the circle very soon, I have no doubt. We're just trying to get our feet underneath us at the moment, as it were.
Who is Kavnor? Is he the priest dude?
Kavnor is
The old guy.
the sage, the one who was introduced as a sage and an advisor, the one on the king's left.
Isn't there like some archbishop here or something like that, or priest? There's no.
No, I think you guys assumed that Kavnor was like
A
a
cleric.
cleric at first, but he is not.
Not okay.
I wonder why this stopped playing.
The gravity of the situation. I'm sure.
Oh, crash.
Nice.
Wow. Nice soundscape.
I do have a question, like specifically for Kraylin. I asked him, does he know the name Alderwood? I feel like I've heard his name before.
He says, Elderwood, you say?
Yeah.
Elderwood.
Yeah.
Now, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Very long time. Of course, I know the name Alderwood. I know Endoran, if that's who you speak of.
Doran, that's my father.
Hammer and tongs. Andoran Alderwood is your father.
Yeah.
That means you must be Farryn.
Yeah.
Good gracious me. Even an old dwarf can still be surprised. And everybody's looking at him. I used to adventure with this young man's father. The old tree hugger, we used to call him.
Nice.
Well, we know what to get him for Christmas.
A tree?
Yeah.
Alas, that I'm leaving tomorrow. We must catch up sometime.
Absolutely. Got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, he's flabbergasted, astounded, pleased, and all of that. But you get the sense he would love to talk with you. But yeah, duty is calling, and they are all getting ready to be underway. But connection made, and he's very, very happy to have met you.
Cool.
You know him as a member of the Akuta Thorim.
Oh yeah.
Spell that.
Of course. Yeah.
Spell that, Tom.
It's the
Spell it
dwarven
correct.
it's the dwarven name for is it? Let's see. Company, right? This is
Bad company.
dwarven word meaning for company. Yeah, company. Dwarven for company.
Some club.
There was a wizard and a dwarf and my father, of course.
Oh, so it was like their adventuring group.
Yeah.
That's what it was called.
Company.
That's what we show our
He says,
adventure.
"What do you call yourselves?"
Critical perception.
Perception.
The dwarven word for that, of course, but we don't.
Yeah, what is the...
Ah,
That's it.
Let me jot that down.
Okay, if there's nothing else you want to ask or say, the business of this particular meeting is concluded. And as you exit, and Lieutenant Fairmont is standing outside in the hallway. He's going to escort you back to the north gate, and he asks you as you are exiting the palace, "Well, how did that go?
Went pretty great.
Are you guys heading out with him?"
Yeah, we were following.
Yeah.
No, he asked you, "Are you guys heading out on the scouting mission?"
Well, tell them they didn't ask us to, but
They didn't ask me either, but that's all right. They've got me doing something else here.
What you doing?
what they got
Who
you
is this?
doing?
Lieutenant Farryn.
Oh, fair enough.
He says, they got me looking for that gold guy that you guys
Gold
The gold ghost, we're calling him.
That's me. That's
he
my
sounds
nickname.
he sounds a little bit like
Just
sore that like we found it. We mentioned this gold guy, so he can't go on a mission to find Kobold.
No, he isn't. He will tell you that the patrol that he was heading when you guys met, they are going under the captain is now the one who's leading that. But he's okay because he gets to be here closer to home, and it's not very often you get to go out and look for a golden ghost, you know.
Guy.
So, and he'll tell
Secrets
you,
under the city too.
He'll
That's
tell
not-
you, you know, kind of quietly under your breath. But the circle isn't very big of people who know what's going on. But he's clearly in the circle out of necessity. And
He was the first one in the circle.
yeah,
Is Reggie and Gurn with him?
and they're
Hope
going to
so.
be in
They're going with the scouting group?
yeah.
Oh, Reggie.
Let-
Are you
Oh,
gonna say
my-
bye?
I need to follow them and make sure that they're okay.
But he says they've had him looking out various places around this great hill of Elestria that the palace sits on, and ever moving inward toward where the palace sits and looking in various places, and says he's going to be looking closer around there. There's not a lot. He explains there's not a lot of places. He wasn't there when you guys said this, but you did ask if there were like caves or
Yeah.
whatever. And there aren't a lot. There are some natural structures to be found, but they've searched all of those, at least the ones that they know of. And the sewer system under the city isn't quite the same that's under the palace, but there are still some tunnels and corridors there to be searched, and that's where he's going to be moving inward towards some of those next. The point where it entered, according to the guards' report, or the on-duty guards' report, was quite a ways out from the palace. The hill is so large. So they've just been kind of working inward. He'll explain all of that to you.
Yeah, we'll tell them we're excited to see if there's anything there, and hopefully some more exploring to be done underneath the city or something.
Maybe a whole new dungeon.
Maybe we'll get to do some of that together.
So.
Yeah.
And with Reggie and Gurn though.
Yes.
Reggie and Gurn are heading up north.
We'll wait till I get back.
We're missing the better people though than Reggie and Gurn. My people. I can't even remember their names.
They'll
'cause
probably
they're so
come back like
complicated.
level 20 knights or whatever.
They're going to be like way OP.
Are you talking about our
What
So
does
let's
Reggie,
go to the magic
Okay.
shop
what
then,
does
right?
Reggie
Oh,
and Gurn
Yeah, we can
die?
do that next time. We now that we have the okay, we don't have to buy stuff this time. We have the list.
After all that,
I mean, we can just say we go there and buy all the stuff. And be
Or
done.
you
Well, we gotta
Membership,
talk. We do have a little bit of
membership.
talking to do about this. See if we can get the discount before we buy the stuff.
After all this, we didn't even
Or maybe
finish
like
the
some-
magic.
Let's
Plus,
do that next
plus we
time,
got
then.
some more money now. So.
Yeah. Well, we're still cutting it close if we want to buy everything we have. So.
I think 2 episodes two in a row starting at the magic shop is the way to go, personally.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely the most engaging content that we could put out. So.
For more content, subscribe.
That's right. For more
right.
great content like this,
Yeah. If you want to see more shopping expeditions,
tune in next
We're
time.
just getting
definitely this is the
started.
place to be.
We'll just play D&D instead
For-
of adventure rules. Build
For
shops
more
and
shopping
sell
and
stuff.
more wax sealed envelopes that won't open,
Yeah, this wax is garbage.
subscribe. Okay, we will leave it there.
That's a good point because somebody's got the hiccup.
Thank you, everyone, or no one at all, for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Until then, have a great day or a great night, whatever time it is where you are, and we will see you next time around. Goodbye.